Hello. Hello, hello. How is everyone doing today? I hope y'all are good. We are at the bottom of the sea, helping out the Kojin here, the turtle people. Because they're helping us, because these guys are the Kojin of the blue. Don't worry about the fact that they're green. They are helping us fight the Kojin of the red, who are teamed up with the Garleans, and we're trying to remove the red Kojin so that they can't help the Garleans, so that the pirates that live in this area will be willing to, like, help the revolution. It's a whole lot of, we gotta help this person to help this person to help this person in order to do our main goal. But here we are. This has to work. I know it. I just hope Gosetsu and the others are all right. Breaking and delivering. Much like her brother, Alice also loves it when a plan comes together. I don't know about you two, but I'm as ready as I'll ever be. Me too. Let's do this. Right. Not left to say then. To the Ozeki. Right, let's go find that cave. Do you have anything to say? Beneath the waters to the west of Suino Sato lies a cave that will lead you to the Isle of Zeki. May the Kami watch over and keep you. And yeah, also, one of the things these Kojin of the Blue did for us is the fact that we can now breathe underwater. We can just do this now. It's great. Yeah, it's very handy indeed. I like to imagine Fernlona occasionally loves to use it on people that, like, don't know that she can breathe underwater, and, like, you know, like hide and seek and stuff, and like other like pool games where you're like hiding. She like just like dives under the water and just like won't fucking come up. And it's just like, yeah, come and find me. She's totally fine, actually, even. I hope you didn't waste too much energy swimming here. Once the fighting starts, I doubt we'll have a moment to rest. I didn't spend any energy. I had a manta ray. Assuming this is the right cave, it should lead us straight into the heart of the Isle of Zeki. Have you got a plan for once we get to the Isle? How about the two of us get the guards' attention while the third heads straight for the vault? Afterwards, the other two join them there, and together we make a stand. With our numbers, it's not feasible to do anything more complicated, I think. Fine by me, I like simple plans. I'll be one of the decoys then. You read my mind. I had a mind to ask for Lona to be one, given her peerless martial prowess. You got it! And it's settled. You two make your way through the stronghold, creating as much chaos as possible. You know, have some fun. Meanwhile, I will attempt to locate the vault and gain entry with the ceremonial knife. When I'm inside, I'll contact you via Link Pearl. Right, come on, Fernlona, we got work to do. Yeah, we are going this way, okay. And then we get spooky music for the red Kojin. Who were absolutely massive for some reason. I mean, I know it's just because enemies in this game are generally way bigger than they ever need to be. But it's still wild. Just how big these guys are. Alright, where else are we causing chaos? Gotta go up here. On a first playthrough, these guys are probably going to be aggroing you on sight, but again, they only will fight enemies up to like 11-ish levels higher than them. So since I am, you know, level 100 to their level 63, they know not to bother me. Can't say the same for the story enemies, though. They're still kind of stupid and think they have a chance. All right, hey, Elise, how are you doing? You're a sight for sore eyes. I hope Alice is all right too. Speak of the devil? Verlona, Alice, can you hear me? I found the vault. Head northwest. There's a passage leading deeper within. Hurry! Alrighty then. Yeah, I think we have to go around. Go on, Mentoray. Because you can definitely breathe on air, in air. It's all good. Come on, you red bastards. Is that the best you can do? There you are. The entrance is straight ahead. Good timing, I might add. It sounds like the whole garrison is headed straight for us.
Thieves! Thieves! Come to steal our most precious treasures? You will pay for this sacrilege!
That's the spirit! Now don't be shy. I'm more than ready for another round.
Seize them!
Is that normal?
What in the world?
Who hath made us whole? Hark! A great kami stirs. Yes, yes, a great kami of the sacred treasures. O great kami, we beseech your intercession. We who have guarded your blade and glass for generations, your faithful Korjin.
Excuse me, I'm the one that made them whole? I brought in the missing piece? If I made you whole, it was not my intent, but I carried the trinket.
Thou didst freely deliver our jewel unto thine enemy's own treasure vault?
Yeah, maybe not the brightest thing.
How auspicious we do commend thee, daughter of man. Such audacity is deserving of celebration, exaltation, a contest of wills to mark the occasion. Let lines be drawn, let sides be chosen, and for their loyalty we shall stand with the caretakers of our greater part.
Oh, perfect. A contest of wills. Just what we need.
Maybe it'll be fun. In fact, I know it'll be fun.
Hearken to us, shelled ones. Upon this day your wish shall be granted. Curse neither your fate nor its executor, children of man, for we are of the divine, of both heaven and earth, the ringing silence, the raging calm. All riseth and falleth at the whim of capricious fortune. Assume your marks upon the stage and embrace the coming chaos.
Oh boy.
We are Susano, and in revelry do we rejoice.
That's a primal standing in front of us, right?
It sure is. You two gotta get out of here.
And a horde of angry Kojin at our backs. Oh, this contest is getting worse by the moment. Lise, help me clear a path. Leave them to us and save your strength. You'll be needing it soon enough.
Make way! Make way!
Spoil not your appetite for the feast, children of man. The dish will be served whether you will it or no.
I'll see you in a couple minutes, bud. Well, we knew we were getting into a fight. Maybe not exactly with a primal, but we did know that we would be fighting. We should definitely talk strategy before we do anything else. Good idea. That was not part of the plan. My coaching primal was most definitely not part of the plan. Though I am sure there is a perfectly logical explanation involving the aether stored in the treasures and the religious fervor with which the Kojin guard them, or something. Pretty Alphino isn't here to prove it, or to provide it. And just when I thought our fortunes had changed, I swear, if Sorbonne and his people knew this might happen. Well, I forgot who said it, but didn't somebody make a joke about me needing 7 of my adventure friends for what is to come? Somebody knew a trial was happening. No, I somehow doubt that. Even the Reds seem surprised by what happened. All rises and falls at the whim of the capricious fortune, huh? Then the same goes for him. We have to defeat that primal. Yes, we do, and that's going to be my job, because you guys can't be near him without getting brainwashed. The Lord of the Revel. Alice may not have the best plan, but she has the only one. As before, our numbers limit our options. I wish I could claim to have a brilliant plan, but I don't. All I have is a desperate one. Hey man, a plan is a plan. At least you and I will do our best to draw the Kojin away from the primal. We'll lead them on a wild dodo chase all over this isle. I almost said wild doo-doo chase? That's too many O's. The rest of the plan, I'm afraid you can guess. I'm sorry, Fernlone, I truly am, but neither of us can even approach Susano, much less hope to defeat him. Which means you're on your own. Well, who knows? She does have a lot of adventurer friends. Maybe some of them decided to take a fishing trip to the Far East and are surprisingly close by? Yes, and I speak fluent Hingan. Come on, there's no point putting this off. Listen, you don't know. I can summon several strangers from the internet to help me. You don't know. The pool of tribute is now accessible. Here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go. The pool of tribute. Your efforts to wreak havoc on the Isle of Zeki and draw the Red Kojin away from their Imperial masters have exceeded all expectations. Unfortunately, for reasons beyond your knowing, two of the sacred treasures stored in the Isle's vault reacted to the presence of the Yasukani no Magatama, summoning forth from the ether the great Kami Susano, a primal by another name. How fortunate that you had the wisdom and foresight to invite several of your fellow adventurers on this journey to the Far East, and how kind they were to agree to help you torment the Red Kojin, for no single warrior, no matter how blessed or powerful, could ever hope to slay a primal on her own, despite what some wandering minstrels would have you believe. Oh shit, okay. We're going already, huh? That's the power of being a tank. Susano!
Let the revels begin!
So yeah, Susano here is not the hardest fight. Like, he's going to bring out some, like, uniquely colored danger puddles. Again, just don't stand in them. You know the deal. He's eventually going to target somebody with a marker, and then he's going to shoot them away. So you don't want to be near them. However, that person is also then going to get targeted with a stack marker. So you also then want to very quickly, like, run together. Alright, he's then going to do a thundercloud, which is going to do, like, more danger puddles and stuff. Again, just avoid it, you're all good.
The seas part, for we alone.
Okay, then this time he's going to target somebody with the little pushback, but instead of doing a stack marker, you have to line up with whoever got targeted. And then there's the stack. The combo! I messed it up! I fucked it up! What?
The seas part, for we alone.
And so yeah, you basically always need to like figure out who's getting like targeted with that little pushback thing, and then avoid the like pushback, but still stay like near them. Or actually, maybe at this stage you actually can just stay with them, because I don't think the pushback does a lot of damage anymore. And then yeah, the clouds are going to go nuts.
Our hearts sing in the chaos.
And then a cool thing gets to happen. He gets to become fucking huge.
undefiled and pure.
And forever free! And a tank, ideally a tank anyway, at this stage in time, anybody can do this, gets a little QTE where you are holding back his sword as everybody else attacks it to push it back. It happens twice, so in theory both tanks can have it, but as I like hesitated a little bit to give the other tank a chance and they didn't want it, so I'll just take both. As everybody else fights the sword.
Rejoice!
And then don't be in the middle. Don't be in the middle. And then phase 2.
Resilient souls, I salute you!
Alright, he's going to hit me with a tank buster, but this tank buster has an AoE to it. It's going to hit me in a straight line behind me, so I need to make sure nobody is behind me
And stone!
as I get hit by that. Or else my squishy teammates will die. Also, teammates are going to get put into rocks. And then the rocks are going to get switched around. Everybody who is not a tank has to then, play the marble at a cup game to free the teammate that got stuck in a rock. Although there is also a little, neat trick. So there's, the list of enemies here to the side. Whichever rock has the teammate is always going to be the bottom one. At least I think it's the bottom one.
The seas part for such ferocity.
Sir, can you go down? And that's Asano. Again, not the hardest fight in the game, but I just love the spectacle of it. He's one of the, he's a primal regardless, but he's one of the friendliest ones. And he's just here for the fun of the fight. Meanwhile, off the coast of Othord. I love that fight. I love it, I love it, I love it.
Nary a peep from the shellbacks, sir. That's enough to make one wonder.
The Red have sounded the alarm. The Isle of Zeki under attack. Fierce fighting in the stronghold. The vault breached by outsiders and strange tales from deep within. All this the Red cannot ignore. Even now, they abandon their posts and flock to the Isle. The Garleans are powerless to stop them.
I'll be damned they did it. Well, Captain, wagers notwithstanding, I dare say we will not have a better opportunity to drive the Imperials from Asari and rescue our men. On the other hand, naught was put in writing. But if your mind is made up, then that is that.
Don't you dare try to back out of this deal.
I should add that if you were to change your mind, None would gainsay your decision, nor think you beholden to your past. Nor would anyone begrudge you a spot of revenge into the bargain. Like the little miss said, we knew this day would come.
Isari may be a rotting husk, but at least the tavern keeper never watered down his drinks.
Well said for a temperate man.
Hear me, comrades! We made a bargain with the Eorzeans, and I mean to uphold our end of it. I mean to remind the Garleans that this is our sea, that all here belongs to the Confederacy. All that is theirs is ours for the taking, and take it we shall. We will strip them of everything they hold dear.
Meanwhile, go, Setsu. With the hot evil lady.
This one is iron. My hands will break before he speaks.
Kami, give me strength. Are you good at anything?
Not really.
I had hoped this might prove more productive than blind inquiries, but I see you are determined to waste my time. Very well. Line them up. Kill one for every question he refuses to answer.
Hurt them, and you will get naught from me.
You have given me precisely that thus far, so what have I to lose? Mark me, samurai. I will find Lord here, be it with your help or with your heads.
Confederate scum! You will pay for that!
Confederacy. They've come to save us!
And this after I took such pains to cow them. Even pirates have their pride, I suppose. Enough to march to their deaths, no less. Oh, the stupidity of it all. It truly is a sickness. I shall just have to lance the boil. Drain them of every last trace of honor and compassion. Every last drop.
My lady, I'm going outside.
Don't need to do that. We'll come to you.
The Kami are not finished with you yet.
There's no end to them. They just keep coming.
Then we must be doing something right. We have to hold out for as long as we can. She's counting on us.
Susanoo is slain! Slain by the Shellless One!
That's right, babies. And I am here to fight you guys for hurting my friends.
Is it true? Did you defeat him?
Yep, I even blocked his sword. I got to look super
Well, in
cool.
that case, how do you fancy helping us keep the Kojin occupied until the Confederacy make their move?
Methinks the Confederacy are already
Speak
moving.
of the devils, that's coming from Isari.
I think we've done all we can here. Let's withdraw and make for the village.
Right. Although, they don't seem keen to let us go.
Hear me, Kojin of the Red. We have no quarrel with you, only your Imperial masters. No more blood need be shed this day. I pray you let us go in peace.
You dare speak to us of peace? Your flesh will feed the fishes, thief! Attack!
Are we a thief? We technically didn't steal anything. If anything, we returned something. I mean, we did kill a bunch of your
Now's our
guys
chance.
and you're
Don't worry
gone.
about her, she can handle herself.
But, like, that's not thief. That's not theft. All right, Alice, I'm counting on you.
I can't let you take all the glory, can I?
We gotta go to the village. Stay below because technically I'm not supposed to have flight yet. Besides, they'll never see us coming if we come from the ocean. They don't know we're here. Well, there's Lise. Can't see any violence in the village. I think we're safe. I didn't see any Kojin following us. Wait here, I'm going back for Alice. Coming with you would mean that, like, her staying behind so we could escape would mean nothing, really. But also, it's like, I want to go get her. Let's trust in Alice. So you could escape, not me. And that was a mistake. I should have been the one to stay behind, not her. So I've got to go back. If we lose her, I'll never forgive myself. I was the one who dragged you all into this. It was my fight, not yours. I knew that from the start, but I also knew that I couldn't do it alone. But I've asked too much and let too much happen to you all. I have to make this right. I have to do it on my own. So let me go, please. I'm asking you as a friend. I have to help her. You can start by finding me a towel and some bandages. Alisei? What? Why are you looking at me like that? I said I was going to distract them, not make a heroic and ultimately futile last stand. Who does that anyway? Again, I love... This is something that, like, even to, like, present content, Alisei is so fucking against heroic sacrifices. It's great. Especially because it's probably because of what happened to her grandpa at the start of, or not at the start, but at the end of 1.0. When he sacrificed himself to try to hold Bahamut back. And all that. It's a very nice touch of characterization for Alisei. For the love of... This is stupid. You're embarrassing yourself and me. Shut up and let me have this. Right, that wasn't so bad, was it? Now then, we need to hurry back to Asari. They didn't follow you, did they? I give you enough time to escape? You sure did. Good job. Good to hear my selfless act of heroism achieved the desired effect. You needn't worry, by the way. I'm not intending to make a habit of this. Good. I don't see any soldiers. Do you think the Confederacy drove them off? Perhaps. I don't see anyone. Okay, you just say the same thing. Tide goes in, Imperials go out. Lisa's not sure what to make of Asari. Something definitely happened here. I see several people who look like they might be injured. Let's give them a hand and find out what we missed. Do I need help? Oh, I'll be fine. It's nothing that won't heal. You should go after Lise. If you say so. See, there's supposed to be people over here somewhere. Hello, do you need help? Let me just pat my hands in your general direction. Ah! Oh, you're not an Imperial. Is it over? I don't know, I don't see any Imperials. Oh, Kami be praised. I was certain you would have us all killed and burn us to the ground. Or kill us after making us watch, or barricade us in our homes before sending them to the torch. Okay. Well, you have... I didn't mean to do that. You have fun in your little corner. Hello, do you need help? Thank you, my child. When the fighting started, I tried to run and hide, but I fell and I could not regain my feet. I thought for sure that we would all be slaughtered, but the pirates drove them off. Otterfred, what are you doing? Are you helping? I never thought I would see the day when the Confederacy came to our aid. Listen, they're also sick and tired of the Imperials. Nobody likes being oppressed. And then there's somebody way up here. Yeah, the pirate. I remember you. You're the one who saved me from the Doman catchers. Thanks to you, we managed to rescue the fishermen and my kidnapped comrades. One of whom who joined the Confederacy with me long ago. It would have broken my heart to have to bury him. Oh, and if you're looking for the captain, you'll find him in the tavern. Well, thank you for that piece of info. Back already? What have you learned? The Garleans have been driven off and the pirates helped. And the captain's at the tavern, yeah. At the tavern, you say? In that case, we should find Lise and speak with him together.
My Eorzean friends. Saw the smoke, did you? A pity you did not come sooner, though I gather you were busy elsewhere.
Gosetsu! You're alive. You're all alive.
And full of vim and vigor. Did I not tell you I was no stranger to chains?
The fighting cannot have lasted long. Where are all the Imperials?
Fled. They stood their ground for a time, until it became clear that their Korgian reinforcements would not be coming. We took some few casualties, but my deeper regret is having let Yotsuyu slip through my fingers. That bodyguard of hers may be a half-wit, but he's a mean bastard on the battlefield.
In any event, I imagine all involved are satisfied with this outcome. So far as the Empire is concerned, the Confederacy attacked Asari in retaliation for the Viceroy's actions. And without the aid of insurrectionists, I might add.
Good, thank you.
Suffice it to say, we are prepared to be the subject of their undivided attention for the foreseeable future.
We're trying to get alliances set. You won't be fighting alone forever. Doma shall be free. This we swear.
An impossible claim, yet one spoken with such conviction that I cannot choose but believe it.
Your assistance would be most welcome. Nevertheless, we shall do our utmost to spare you undue danger. We are already in your debt.
Nay, little miss, all debts are paid. For by your deeds, many still live who elsewise would not. Let both parties count their blessings, and may fortune continue to favor us all.
You still seek to bring freedom to our people, then? You will go to Yansha.
I have faith that our allies yet live. Once we have found them, we will plan our next step.
Yansha was the crucible of the rebellion. What happened here pales in comparison to what Yotsuyo did there. Remember this. Fear changes men. Have care in whom you place your trust.
Ominous words, but thank you.
And with that, we must take our wounded home. Oh, your Shellback friend sends his regards and looks forward to your next meeting. Try not to die before then, eh?
Alright, we have a victory under our belts. Technically several, but a pretty good one. According to my map, the plains of Yangsha lie to the west. I've noticed the one river upon the shores of which Doma was built. This is it. We're finally heading to the heart of Doma. I can't help but be a little bit nervous. A silence in 3 parts. Though he is less than the picture of perfect health, Gosetsu is ready to resume his journey to Yangsha. You did well, Fernona. Were it not for the tremendous strength and bravery of you and yours, many innocent souls would have suffered terrible fates. Though I knew the Confederacy would be loath to meet the Imperials in battle, I also knew that if anyone could win them over, it would be you. Truly, yours is a heroic spirit that inspires men to rise above their circumstances, to strive for something greater. It will be an honor to travel with you again. We'll be happy to have you. Or rather, we're happy to join you, whichever way this is going. Now then, let us not squander the Confederacy's gift. Yangsha and my countrymen await. There is a tunnel to the southwest. We need but follow it to reach our destination. With me! Okay. Alright, so we probably don't need the ray anymore, so I'll put the chocobo back into the spot. Alright. Journey to Yangsha. Meanwhile, on the shores of Othard.
We cannot rest here for long. This place is not safe. Mayhap nowhere is, if thieves can breach our vaults. Nevertheless, it is our duty to protect these treasures, and we shall not fail for want of effort.
So, this is why you abandoned your posts. And without a word of explanation at that. Rather thoughtless of you, was it not?
Uh-oh.
Lady Yotsuyo, pray forgive us our absence, but our home was under attack, our vaults plundered by outsiders.
One thing that is interesting is that because even like the Kojin were surprised by Susanoo's presence and summoning, it means these guys aren't tempered. We didn't see Susanoo temper anybody. These guys are just willingly working with like the Garleans because they just want to fight.
Did you even pause to consider the possibility that it might be a diversion? What is the point of contracting your services if you are not here when they are required?
Reminds you a bit of a futuristic Ganondorf. Yeah, kinda. Yeah, his armor's a little Ganondorfy, ain't it? Especially like Ocarina or Twilight Princess Ganon.
It is my solemn charge to bring these vermin to heel. To torment them, body and soul, until all they hold dear is as bitter ashes in their mouths.
Especially when the helmets are on.
Go and ruin everything! Well, there's naught to be gained in belaboring the point. All that remains is to administer your punishment.
Wait, my lady!
Sorry? I don't know if I should feel bad for them or not.
No, it's no good. There's just no joy in it. No release. There needs to be some investment. They were negligent imbeciles deserving of punishment, but it was hardly personal. 10,000 such Korjin could not satisfy me half so well as a single Doman. And what do we have here? One of the vaunted treasures of the Red? The craftsmanship is certainly impressive. Mayhap we can use it to make amends.
How long before Lord Xenos reinstates me, do you reckon? I've got unfinished business back in Eorzea.
Do you think she cares, my guy? Fucking look at her face.
Is serving me really so unbearable? At At least pretend to enjoy it, you witless lump! If you are so desperate to earn a way back to Eorzea, then be quiet and do as you're told. And bring that sword while you're at it.
I love how Yotsu's VA can, like, go from, like, kind of soft-spoken, but still clearly, like, you know, like, hateful, to being, like, super angry, like, on a dime. I love her VA so much. She'll have some scenes later that are just, like, chef's kiss. But alright, we are finally out of the Ruby Sea and are heading to Yangsha and Doma.
I remember the silence. How the talking stopped when we first set foot on the plains of Yangsha.
Welcome to Fantasy China.
Before us stood yet another wall, and through a great Magitech field we glimpsed Doma Castle. I'll never forget the sight, or the anger I felt that day.
I can barely even see it. What do you mean?
Life, liberty, hope, so much lost, so much taken. As we walked through that war-torn land, no one said a word.
But yeah, this is, again, kind of one of the little, I mean, not even little issues, is kind of a big issue with Stormblood is, I'm not entirely certain how this happened, other than just assuming the worst, but, like, so as you can see, Doma and Yangsha, or, because, like, we're technically not quite at Doma, or maybe we are, whatever, is very clearly, supposed to be Fantasy China. However, all of the Doman's names, like Gosetsu, Yugiri, Hien to a lesser extent, they're all Japanese names. There's not really anybody here with Chinese names. Which does have some very unfortunate implications, which again, I cannot justify or even think of an excuse for, other than, again, just assuming the worst. That is a valid complaint for Stormblood. And one that even I'm like, yeah, that one kind of sucks. That one's not great. Unfortunately, we can't really do much about it other than just move on. Except that it sucks. There's a weariness, a desolation, and emptiness. This place, I don't know what I expected. Yes, this is far enough. Ere we proceed further, I should speak of Yangsha and what became of her. What lies beyond that great wall at the heart of Doma. And we should be glad to hear it, but is it wise for us to have this conversation here on the road out in the open? Once your caution would have been warranted, but no longer. Xenos did not linger after he quashed the rebellion. He appointed Yotsu to act in his stead and quit these lands for fresh sport. The acting viceroy was no less merciless than her master. Without warning, her men would march into the villages and search for radical elements, killing and torturing any who dared resist. And then, as quickly as they had come, they left. Satisfied that the memory of the purges would keep the people in line, she relaxed her grip on Yaksha. Well, what need for the leash when the dog is broken? The village of Namai lies to the west. Though I doubt the Imperials are present, let us proceed with caution. But yeah, one playthrough I keep meaning to do is to do a stream playthrough of Ocarina of Time because, hey, I've never fucking beat that game. I think I've only made it to, like, the adult timeline once. So, you know, it would be kind of fun to do it because it would be essentially blind. Where the hell are you guys? Oh, you guys are over there. My bad. Seems peaceful enough to me. Even if there aren't any soldiers in the village, it would be foolish to simply stride in and announce ourselves. There she is, the humble village of Namai. How delicious her rice and how sweet her persimmons. Too long has it been since I saw her with my own eyes, and for a mercy, the Imperials appear to be absent. Yippee! Life after Doma. Gosetsu is demonstrating uncharacteristic restraint. Let no man claim that I am reckless. Prudence has ever been my watchword. No, venture closer if you would and confirm that there are no soldiers lurking about. Right, okay. Man, I also love what the graphics update did to this place, because even though this place hasn't gotten, like, specific touch-ups for the, graphics update, they did just do like a blanket add more vegetation everywhere with it, and that's why we have all these that like can wiggle as I walk through them. It's great. Anyway. I don't see anyone.
We may be in luck. I don't see a single Imperial soldier.
Then there is no need to remain hidden. Let us go and greet them as friends.
I'm going too.
Good people of Namai, hearken to me. We come in peace and desire only information to learn of recent events.
Isn't that the general?
I don't think this is a favorable welcome.
Lord Gosetsu, can we preserve your right?
Whoops. Yeah, this ain't a good welcome.
I say, brothers and sisters, is aught amiss? Why do you regard me as one with a wild beast? Why is there fear in your eyes? Why do you tremble so? Ah, but of course, you fear me a vengeful spirit of the dead. Rest assured, naught could be further from the truth. For am I not corporeal? Are my feet not firmly set upon the ground?
What should we do? If they catch him here, you know what will happen.
Of all the times for him to turn up, Has the old fool lost his mind?
You! But why have you come here? What do you want from us?
I know not who you are to speak thus to your elders, boy, but mine only desire is to be received with the hospitality owed a humble traveler, not the fear and trepidation one might afford a wrathful shade.
What you going on about? Actually, never mind, just come with me, now!
These are people broken. Who's this boy and where is he taking us? Judging from the reactions of the villagers, it's probably best that we had left. I do not understand it. Was it not clear that we wish to remain a while? Oh, but it's starting to rain. I don't know who you people think you are, but do you have any idea what would happen to us if you were found in our village? Again, you address us with unwarranted spite. I have left your party past until now, but no longer. Who are you, boy, to speak to me thus? Do you not know you not who I am? I am Issei of Namai, a farmer, and like my father before me and his father before him. I wouldn't expect a man like you to know who I am, but I know you. We all do. Lord Kaien's retainer and the leader of the rebellion, Gosetsu. Notorious fugitive wanted dead or alive by the Empire. Is this what that is all about? I am hardly the first man to earn the ire of the Empire, nor will I be the last. Was not Namai home to brave and true warriors who fought beneath our banners for the king and country? They fought and they died, every last one. And then the Imperials came looking for more, because of them. They were this close to killing us all, to burning our village to the ground. We've only just begun to enjoy some semblance of peace. Never again. Never again. Do you understand? We've had enough of you and yours. Whatever it is you're plotting, leave us out of it. Passionate as his pleas may be, surely he must know that I cannot leave things as they are. But for now, I shall respect his wishes. We must continue towards our final destination, the House of the Fierce, proud headquarters of the Doman Liberation Front. There is a secret entrance to the north of Namai, by the way, a small spring. Come, I will show you. All right. And so yes, we will be heading back up through here. If you want to grab the Aetherite that's over in Namai, you can easily do that. No harm, no foul. Even if the villagers are super mad at you, you can like walk freely anywhere, it doesn't matter. This must be the spring. The spring is just down here. And there I was thinking our swimming days were behind us. This way, we must dive into the water. Have no fear, Forlorn, it is but a short distance. You need not hold your breath for long. Should we tell them? Yeah, it's fine. You don't need to know. Yeah, he'll figure it out. People that are able to like swim underwater and like hold their breath for a really long time just like naturally are like impressive to me. I can't hold my breath for shit. But yeah, you swim underneath through the secret passage, and you end up here. How invigorating! Congratulations, my friend. You are come to the House of the Fierce. I require but a moment to catch my breath. A glimpse of madness. It is not often that the Liberation Front Guard welcomes heroes from distant lands, but he is doing his best to composure himself. You're Fernlona with Falcon, are you not? We are told you're coming. Heroes of Eorzea, we of the Doman Liberation Front are honored to receive you. If you would be so good as to follow me.
This is the House of the Fierce, but there are so few of them.
Many kindred spirits remain in hiding following the rebellion. Many others gave their lives for their nation. We are the stubborn remainder. Even accounting for our comrades in the field, we are at a fraction of our former strength, 'tis true. Yet we few are patriots. Brothers in arms, prepared to fight with every fiber of our being to set our people free.
Yeah, here.
Ever are we hopeful that others will join our cause, but never did I dream that you would journey so far.
Yugiri! Hey girl, what's up?
Yugiri! Gods, it's good to see you. You look great, by the way. Have you been here long?
I returned but recently, having concluded my mission. Oh, it is good to see you again, my friends.
Your parents say hi, by the way.
Did I hear aright? Your mission is concluded? Then you have found the young master.
Ere we speak of that, I would know by what fortuitous circumstance our friends came to be here.
We tried to do a rebellion, a revolution in Girobania, and it didn't work, and so now we're coming here to help you guys'
The Empire's
revolution.
crimes are all too familiar. Lys, my heart goes out to your people.
To make the Garleans fight on two sides, on two different sides of the world.
We wanted to stay and fight, believe me, but we knew it wouldn't work. We needed more time to rebuild, and more allies to stand with us against the Empire. So we decided to come here and help you free Doma. To show everyone that you're not alone, and that the Garleans can be beaten if we work together. I'd like to think we proved that in the Ruby Sea.
That you did, Lys, and far more besides. Needless to say, your assistance would be most welcome.
Hear, hear. Now then, Yugiri, you must tell me of your search for our master.
Lest you wonder, he speaks of Lord Hien, son of Lord Cayenne, who perished during the rebellion. When it became clear that all hope of victory had gone, Lord Hien bade us deliver as many of our people as we could to safety beyond our borders. But as his father's heir, he was determined to fight on, and so he did, until he suffered a grievous wound in battle and vanished without a trace. Until now. For I have found Lord Hien, seen and spoken with him, on the Azim steppe.
O boundless and merciful Kami, the young master lives. Tell me, was he well? Did his wound yet ail him? Where is he now? Have you brought him back to us?
That's a lot of questions at once, my guy.
You may take comfort in the knowledge that he is hale and whole. However, when I invited him to return with me to Doma, he had this to say. If Doma yet thirsts for the blood of patriots and tyrants, I shall offer unto her my blade. But if she has had her fill of bitter draughts, I shall offer unto her conquerors my head.
see this shot, I just always think of, I was watching someone play through this game blind, because, you know, after you play a game, you want to see other people play it for the first time so that you can live vicariously through them. And she was like thirsting over nearly every single male character she like ever saw. It was really fucking funny. Especially when it came to a point where all she had seen of Lord Hien is this shot. This is the first visual you get of him. You don't even get to see his face. And she was already just like, ooh. It was just like, you see the back of his head. What do you mean you're already thirsting for him? It was really fucking funny. It was great.
Thrice did I declare to him that no true son or daughter of Doma would ever accept such a sacrifice. But for all my passion, he would not be swayed. Learn the truth of her heart and return to me, he said. And so I left him.
The words of one made to wear the mantle of leadership too soon. Yet there is wisdom in them all the same. If the people no longer yearn to be free, it would be folly to rekindle the fires of war.
To suffer our master, to surrender his life and forsake all hope of freedom is by far the greater folly. I will not go to face my fallen comrades having done naught to stop it.
Nor I, Shadow Walker, nor I. But we need not rouse our comrades to battle this day. Let us instead welcome our honored guests and allow them a moment of respite.
But yeah, welcome to the House of the Fierce. I would say, you know, new area, new Aetheryte, but, you know, they destroyed their Aetheryte, so we, can't, which is why it's extremely important that you grab the, Aetheryte over in Namai, because, that's the only teleport point we're going to get for a long while. As you can see, they went through great lengths to disable the Aetheryte. Apparently, in the twilight days of the rebellion, they feared that Xenos would be willing to risk sending unattuned conscripts. That said, it is hardly irreversible. If they have the necessary materials, it would be a challenge to repair it alone, but mayhap with my brother's help. What goes on here? To think that warriors such as you journeyed across the sea to aid our cause. We cannot thank you enough. You should hear this, Frenlona. He was just telling me about Xenos and the rebellion. What you have to understand is that it was not a simple matter of numbers. The bulk of the 12th never even took the field. It was Xenos' stratagems that won the war. They were unlike anything we'd ever seen. His formations were unorthodox, bewildering. We honestly thought we had him on the back foot. One moment we were pressing home our advantage, the next we were surrounded and at his mercy. And then he stood before us, his cornered prey. Alone and unarmed, he beckoned us to come forward and fight for our lives. One by one, my comrades charged, fearless and unflinching. He would dance amidst their blades for a time, then draw close as if to embrace. One after another. He made us watch. Do you understand? He made us watch! What kind of monster enjoys killing people? I do not think there was any joy in it. Nor justice, nor morality, nor meaning. To him, the weight of one life is no different from that of 1,000. A challenge had been issued and was accepted, but on finding us no challenge at all, his objective changed. There were tales of Imperial soldiers being flayed alive for slaughtering families, for breaking brave men's spirits. Only later did I come to understand why. He did not desire obedience. He desired hate, and men consumed by it. A new battle, a new enemy, a new challenge. The hunt, I am told he called it. A hunt without end. When our best lay dead and broken, he left. He left, muttering that we had bored him. But our weapons at least held his interest, for he took a fallen samurai sword, having grown fond of it. Since that day, he has ever wielded Far Eastern blades. He is said to be fascinated by ones with storied histories, and some soldiers who seek to curry his favor often present those of defeated enemies as gifts. It's like it's all a game to him. People are suffering, dying, and he's collecting swords? We all feel the same, but my lady, you must understand. On the battlefield, reasons do not matter. The victor is not just, but the victor is not the just, but the strong, and the strong become the heroes of the tale. And we were not strong enough. It is not sufficient to be right, to be just. Without strength, our path has but one end. Well, that's a sorry tale. If it's strength we need, then it's strength we'll get. We can't lose to him again. And we won't. I refuse. Frelona refuses. Hey, Gary, what's up? Though our resources are in limited supply, our stronghold is secure. You may rest and recover here in safety. Thank you, thank you. I have a brief respite is in order. Were I 20 years younger, these wounds would not have warranted a second glance. Alas, no samurai has the strength to defeat that villain old age. But what say you to the House of Fears? Compared to your Rising Stones, I concede it may be somewhat lacking. But it has been a haven these past 10 years to all who would set Doma free. Regrettably, our efforts in that time have come to little and less. When the Emperor died, we were so sure that the hour of our liberation was at hand. But Xenos soon paid to that. With the aid of Yotsuyu and the secrets she sold. Frelona, I do hope you have taken this opportunity to rest and recover. To an extent. I've mostly just been talking to my friends. It is well that you spoke with one of the survivors of that massacre. To defeat one's foe, one must first understand his true nature. As the Alamegan resistance has struggled, so too has the Doman Liberation Front. More so, perhaps, given the precarious position in which we find ourselves in the wake of our doomed rebellion. We are few and our enemies legion. We are weak and they strong. Yet with your help, I believe there is little we cannot achieve. I only hope that the depth of our predicament has not shaken your commitment to our cause. Never, victory will be yours. No, I relish the challenge not so long as I can expect a suitably generous reward. Again, it also is really funny that, like, in order to, like, allow the warrior light to have, like, different dialogue options, even to current content where you have saved the world multiple fucking times, you can still just be like, yeah, no, I'm just in it for the money. It's very fun. It's very fun. But you know, victory will be ours. Aye, that it will. With the hero of Eorzea on our side, we cannot lose. The stubborn remainder. Yugiri would like to have a word with you. Now then, I should be glad to discuss our next course of action. Though now that I think on it, I myself have been away from Doma for some time. And even after my return, the search for Lord Hien commanded my full attention. Mayhap it would be to both our benefit were we to see the reality of Doma for ourselves. For did my lord not bid me search the truth of her heart? Let's do this together, Frelona. Let us go among the people and with our own eyes bear witness to their hardship. As a foreigner in these lands, your reputation does not precede you. Moreover, unlike Gosetsu, I can accompany you without attracting unwanted attention. I'd like to join you if that's alright. By all means, we should be glad of your company and your perspective. The Maya's not far. I say we begin there. Yotzi was once a spy for the Liberation Front. She used her talents to beguile Imperial officers and learn secrets which she shared with us. Little did we know that was all in service to a larger plan, to ingratiate herself with us, that she may betray us to Xenos when he marched on Doma. And it worked. Interesting. These caves make for a natural hideaway and could be easily defended in the event of attack. That said, the entrance is not the most convenient. No, it sure ain't. Especially because we're not allowed to leave on our own, we have to ask for somebody to open the goddamn door for us. I'm always so sleepy. Alright, over to Namai. And around the corner we go. Yeah, there they are. Oh, should I be in disguise? You guys told me to wear this outfit. My legs haven't felt this light and airy in ages. Yeah, because you've been wearing, like, armored, like... not pauldrons. What are the legs? Whatever. You've been wearing armored legs since, like, forever. For Lona, I'm glad that you, see that you too put thought into your garments, given the covert nature of our actions. I should think my reason's obvious. To enter the village while wearing the garb of the shinobi would be beyond reckless. We shall pose as traveling merchants, for Lona as our leader, and we as her assistants. Are there any objections? I'm not really the merchant type, but if you think this is the best way to go about it, I'll trust you. Then without further ado, let us begin. Do I look like a fucking merchant to you? Are you certain? Weren't you the one who came with the general? No? I see, my mistake. It warms my heart to see traveling merchants in Namai again. Though the Imperials never sealed our borders, folks like you have taken to avoiding Yangsha ever since the rebellion. Unfortunately, that has only made it harder for us to survive. You may have noticed, but we lack a great many things. It was not much better before, true, but it has only gotten worse. Do I even have anything in my inventory I could pretend to be selling? Mostly just materia and, like, feed for chocobos. Cool. Is there anything in my chocobo saddlebag I could be pretending to sell? Oh, fish bait! I have fish bait, I can pretend to sell those. I'm a very bad merchant. You, a merchant? Forgive my skepticism, but you strike me less a woman of commerce and more a common sellsword. Give your best impression of Hancock. That does little to assuage my doubts. If anything, it makes me clutch my coin purse tighter. Understandable, ma'am. I can't. I just love that that's an option. Anyway, give your best smile. I stand corrected. Such warm and cordial nature you possess. I pray you forgive me my earlier rudeness. There's been some time since the Viceroy came to our village to purge it of insurgents. If those who resisted suffered terribly, and those who resisted suffered terribly, and those who did not fared little better. We who remain know better than to risk our ire. If the Imperials demand laborers, we comply. If they demand conscripts to send as soldiers to other provinces, we obey. Ours is a difficult life with little in the way of luxuries. I don't know what you sell, merchant, but I doubt that I, nor anyone else here, can afford it. Do Would you like some fish bait? I can sell fish bait. A traveling merchant with meat, perchance? But I know better. I know, better not to know when I have so little coin. Fill your eyes upon me. You know not the Lupin. Surely you have not been long in Yangsha, else you would. For generations we served the lords of Doma, compassionate and wise as they were. But the memories of such time fade with every passing day, as the others will tell you. And what about you up here in the rice fields? Foreign peddlers in Namai? Whatever it is you sell, I have no money to buy. Perhaps you should go elsewhere? Saying that, I know of no village in Yangsha that has fared any better. Once I would have directed you to the samurai lords of Monzen, had they not all died in battle or in the purges. There is the Doman Enclave, of course, but that lies beyond the Dairu Moon Gates. Needless to say, the Imperials are disinclined to let any but their own pass. Well, that's all information. I've seen these looks before. That same weary helplessness. It's just like Alagana. Verlona, what have you learned? The people are beaten badly. Elise and I encountered much the same. They've been pushed beyond the brink. I expected frustration and disillusionment, but not so much that they would come to question the wisdom of opposing Imperial rule in the first place. Unless we can convince them otherwise, I fear I cannot convince Lord Heian to return. And without him... the ones we leave behind. Yukiri is uncertain on how best to proceed. Let us not yet lose hope. Though the situation in Amai is bleak, mayhap it is not so elsewhere. I wish to speak to others outside the village. Lisa and I will look for farmers in the paddies to the east. Verlona asked that you look to the south. Surely they cannot all have given in despair. Yeah, about that. I mean, it definitely doesn't look good, I'll tell you that. Uh-oh. Get out of here, tiny caterpillars! Here you go, child. Thank you, thank you, thank you! If you hadn't come along, I don't know what I would have done. How about you get back to your mother over there? Assuming that is your mother over there. And that she's not part of the fate. What am I doing out here? Oh, looking for flowers. I need some for my parents' graves. Okay, that is not your mom. Never mind. The ones my brother and I usually bring are yellow because it was my mother's favorite color. You haven't seen any, have you? I see purple. But no yellow. There's some red, although those aren't flowers. There we go. A golden carnation. Goodbye. You giant caterpillar. Only yellow ones would do. Mother wouldn't have wanted anything else. Yellow wildflowers. An assortment of yellow wildflowers perfect for any number of joyful or somber occasions. Handpicked by you. Ah, you found some. Thank you so much, miss. That's twice you've saved me now. If you have some time to spare, maybe you could come with me? I'm sure Mother and Father would want to meet the woman who showed me such kindness. We buried them on a cliff to the west of the village. There's a path through the terraces. I'll show you. I take it we need to go... Yeah, back through the village. Is what it looks like to me. Doot, doot, doot. Maybe I've climbed up that. I have no idea. Man, this area is pretty. Even with there being some, like, ominous, evil-looking gate in the distance. It's still pretty. Right here, just give me a moment to put that on the flowers, and I'll introduce you. They love to meet travelers and hear tales of faraway places. Maybe you could tell them about your homeland? Azami? Azami, are you there? Azami! Or Azami, probably. What in the... You should not be here. Get away from my sister! Don't be so rude. She saved me from monsters, brother. She even helped me pick flowers for mother and father. Go back to the village, now. You're scaring me. I said go. Stay inside and lock the door until I return. Do as your brother says, girl. Don't think me ungrateful. My sister's the only family I have. If you saved her, then thank you. But it changes nothing. I asked you to leave, and now I'm asking you again. I'm not going to report you to the Imperials or anything stupid like that, but it's too dangerous for you to stay here, so please, I'm begging you, just leave us alone. Is that what you really want? How many times do I have to tell you? If they find you here, we're the ones they'll punish. And it'll be 1,000 times worse than before. My mother and father believed in the rebellion. They left to fight for Lord Cayenne. They came home on a cart driven by Imperial soldiers. Soldiers demanded that the families of the insurgents present themselves or else they'd burn the whole village to the ground. So we did. What choice did we have? They beat us in the village square, with their hands, with sticks, with anything. They kicked us while we lay on the ground, begging for mercy. They made us denounce my mother and father, call them fools, call them traitors, say that they deserved to die. I heard them laugh, but I dared not look up. One leaned close and whispered in my ear what he'd do to my sister if they had to come back. They're gone, but they're never far. And all it takes is the wrong word in the wrong ear, and they'll return. And then I'll have to dig another grave, if I'm lucky. Whatever you came here to do, just leave us out of it. If you want to fight the Imperials, go and fight them on your own. You can't help us. No one can. And this is all we've got, so please, don't take it from us. Even despite all that, Friend Lona would probably stay here and tell them about Limsa Lominsa or something. Fulfill the request for the girl. Okay, yeah, you guys are down here. What's wrong, Friend Lona? Did something happen? It's somber a little bit, it's okay. You're come at a good time, Frelona. We both recently completed our inquiries. What of yours? Hey, I learned about Issei's background and all that. I was not aware of these events. The boy, Issei, he told you all of this? Such a disgraceful, despicable crimes. If I knew the men responsible, I would not hesitate to hunt them down and... Forgive me, that outburst was unbecoming. The more I learn of the Imperial's actions in my absence, the more difficult I find it to marshal my emotions. Could Lord Hien have foreseen this? That a people's spirits would be broken so? I thought at first Though at first I scoffed at his pronouncement, it all feels possible now that he might resolve to surrender himself. A new ruby tithe. Yugiri is troubled by what she has seen. Despite everything we have seen and learned, I refuse to renounce this cause. We should return to the House of the Fierce and consult with our comrades. Perhaps together we might... Did you hear that? Quickly, we must find a place to hide. Uh-oh. Is someone coming? I didn't hear anything. Pardon me, Fernlona, they come from the south. Okay, if you say so. I mean, we are the biggest. Fernlona is the biggest one here. She kind of needs the biggest hiding space.
Imperials.
Here they come. Oh, that's the Aetheryte flashing. I was like, why is the light flickering on them?
Why are you milling about like a pack of slack-jawed mongrels? Form a line! Now!
Hi, Thancred. Or at least, you know, Thancred's VA. That's not actually Thancred, but it is his VA. As I mentioned before, because Thancred's not in this expansion, really.
I come before you today to deliver an announcement of the highest import. So listen well.
His VA voices a bunch of just random schmucks. Normally the Imperials, for some reason.
While on a charitable mission to Isari village, the acting viceroy and her personal guard came under attack from Confederate forces.
Charitable.
This brazen, unconscionable act cannot and will not go unanswered. As loyal subjects of the Empire, who enjoy her safety and prosperity, you have a duty to defend her as well. There is no cause for alarm. We have no intention of sending ill-trained fodder to the front line. Those who are selected will be expected to perform rudimentary tasks, cleaning and maintenance and so forth. You will serve only as long as you are needed. Afterwards, you'll be free to return to your homes.
Will they? Will they? I don't trust you.
You first.
The Empire has no pressing need of cleaners. This is but a thinly veiled attempt to intimidate those who supported the Confederacy's actions, and isolate any whose loyalty they already suspect.
And lastly, you. That should suffice for now.
Don't worry. I will be back before you know it. Listen to the elders while I'm away, and do not play outside the village. Everything is going to be fine. I love you, all right? Remember that I love you.
We thank you for your cooperation. Rest assured that this will all be over very soon, once the Confederacy has been made to pay our own ruby tithe.
Are these people going to return? Again, I don't trust you. I trust none of it.
There's no telling what might happen to those people. We have to help them.
And we shall, but before all else, we must needs ascertain their destination. I doubt this is the first village the Garleans have visited, nor is it like to be the last. I will track these men. Will you help me?
Absolutely.
Pray return to our headquarters and tell the others what you saw here. Should we have need of reinforcements, I would know that they are ready.
But I should be going with you. I came here to fight!
Yeah, and getting reinforcements is part of the fight.
Soon enough, Lys. Soon enough. For now, we must proceed with caution.
I know that. I do. It's just... when I saw them rounding those people up... Look, if anything happens, anything at all, you'd better call for us. I mean it, Yugiri. Anything at all.
Alright, Yugiri, shall we? Regardless of what the officer claimed, I fear they have crueler designs for these people. With me, friend Lona, we must hurry. Yeah, I don't trust any of that. Absolutely the hell not. So that means we gotta book it. Given the circumstances, we must make every effort to refrain from needless violence. Here, it is a shinobi's tool for when a more discreet approach is required. Use it with these darts. They are coated with an alchemic reagent that induces a deep sleep. There are soldiers patrolling ahead. Were circumstances different, we could engage them directly, but for the villagers' sake, we dare not risk it. We will use our blowguns to incapacitate them. Regardless of your familiarity with such weapons, you are a veteran warrior, and I'm sure it'll come naturally to you. Nevertheless, practice is in order. So yeah, this is introducing us a new mechanic that all the expansions from this point on make use of, even if it's not exactly blow dart stuff. There, the soldier on the hill below. Take aim and fire. If the dart finds its mark, he should fall within moments. Search your surroundings for the Imperial officer. You may move the camera as well as zoom in and out to target the soldier and use the blowgun. So yeah, every now and then we'll have these little mini games where you're basically given a cursor and you're trying to just like spot things. Sometimes you are shooting them like this, and other times you're just simply trying to spot and like mark things. Well done, my friend. Now, give me your map. There's a vantage point from which you may observe and fire upon other soldiers. Worry not, I shall be with you every step of the way, keeping watch for other patrols. We shall speak again on the other side of the river. You got it. Alright, where are these other Imperials? Let's see, so there are 5 of them, huh? Get rid of you. There's you over there, you're not being watched. And then it's just you 3, huh? Don't fall forward. Don't fall forward, you're fine. You're fine, you're fine. You're behind the wall, therefore you'll never be seen. And then you. Hello, you? But yeah, as you can see, there's no penalty for missing. At least not in this one. And very specific ones, sometimes there are, but It's kind of rare for there to be punishment in that. The last Imperial soldier crumples to the ground asleep. You put away your blowgun and prepare to rejoin Yigiri. Yigiri, where are you? Let's rock across here because it's shallow and we actually can walk. We have weird tree spirit things. And there's Yigiri. Excellent work, Filona. They appear to be none the wiser. The villagers are being held in the castrum to the south, Fluminus. Once it was the base of operations for the Garlean occupation, until 10 or so years ago when they relocated to Doma Castle. Now the castrum serves as little more than a storage facility. I spy 2 sentries near the gate. As you have proven yourself to have impeccable aim, I would ask you to incapacitate them. This very hill should afford you a clear shot. You got it. As soon as I can figure out how to climb, there we go. Alright, I can see an officer already. How many we got? 2? 2. Hey, don't mind your friend. Don't mind your friend. Don't mind your friend. Don't mind your friend. Metal Gear. Luckily, I don't think what happens in Metal Gear can happen here, where you're like caught in a loop, sending like 3 guards to sleep because one of them keeps waking up another before you can like make them all fall asleep. That's not an issue here, luckily. The 2 sentries slumber side by side. No others appear to be forthcoming. Alright, I got him. Fine work, Filona. You have a gift for the ways of the shinobi. Well, she is a ninja. The way is clear. Let us move closer and see what has become of the villagers. Alright, what are they doing? There's the villagers. Sure, the items from the other villages are assembled for inspection. Very good, I will address them personally. Attention, shortly you will all be transported to the facility on the destined shore. Your duties, as you have been previously informed, will be rudimentary in nature. More specifically, you will be tasked with the repair and maintenance of various arms and armaments, as well as Magitech devices. Magitech? But we're farmers! We don't know the first thing about Magitech! It'll take us months, if not years, to learn how to do that kind of work. The material in question was damaged when your kith and kin rose up in the rebellion. Therefore, you bear responsibility for its repair. If you cannot perform your duties, you will learn how. And if you cannot learn how, then your villages may find themselves at the mercy of the Confederacy and other radical elements. Is that what you want? Deal with this rabble. I am needed at the castle. So yeah, it's a trap. Why wouldn't it be? If this is no temporary measure, those men and women will die in servitude. Once they are taken to the other facility, it'll be too late. If we are to intervene, we must do so now. Agreed? Then let's be about it. Gladly. The will to live. Yiggity is in her element. Despite the urgency of the situation, we must still proceed with the utmost caution to ensure the safety of the villagers. To wit, we must infiltrate the castrum without raising the alarm. I will deal with any soldiers near the entrance. Stand watch for those others approaching from the north until you hear my signal. You got it. Is anyone coming? See a bunch of tree spirits, as I have mentioned before. Some wind sprites. For mercy, you spy no Imperial patrols bound for the castrum. A hawk's cry pierces the silence. Yiggity is waiting. I see you've been busy. Speak softly, lest the others hear us. What of the outside? Completely clear as far as I can tell. That is good. We may proceed as planned. These ones shall not soon wake. However, the others are too close to the villagers. Incapacitating them as I did these ones is far too risky. Fortunately, a solution presents itself. I would have you disguise yourself as an Imperial soldier and convince them that a change of the guards is in order. You have your pick of uniforms. They shall not protest. Actually, hang on. Do I? Is there like funny dialogue if I choose like the Lalafell who clearly doesn't fit? It would probably be considered obscene to wear this uniform in polite company. What about this one? Upon further consideration, you realize that such ambition would better serve you on the battlefield. Okay, yeah, so you do need to like pick the correct one. Although this uniform is quite large in several areas, with a few minor adjustments, it appears as though it could suffice. With all due care and consideration, you relieve the sleeping soldier of their uniform. Well, I guess now I'm a pants thief. I can't remember if I was before, despite Hancock's little joke. You've chosen one to your liking, then. Excellent. I shall hide these ones where none will find them. Our sleeping beauties have been laid to rest in their bunks. Oh, and while I was in the barracks, I happened upon these spare uniforms, in case the items in your possession are not to your liking. This Kabuto and Tekko should match the Uwagi, Hakama, and Choka in your possession. And with that, you have the full set. I'm sure that once you change, it'll seem as though it was bespoke. You will need to give the soldiers guarding the villages a proper Imperial salute to complete the deception and convince them to come here, while I will be waiting to deal with them. Alright, so we need to be in uniform, shall we? Okay, yeah. Don't mind me. Don't mind me. I am here to relieve you of your duty.
There's a time already. Not that I complain in mind, but I thought the others would be gone longer.
You are relieved of duty. Leave this to me.
Changing of the guard, is it? What bloody time. Just looking at these on is making me depressed. Reminds me of when I was in their shoes, pissing myself in fear.
And yet you have no mercy for any of them, despite living through what they're going through. How dare you? These ones shall sleep soundly. These ones shall sleep soundly along with the others. And with that, there are no more soldiers to trouble us. You can dispose of that accursed uniform too. It's time to guide the villagers to freedom. Working. That's the one. Class. There we go. Can I get rid of this shit? Yes, I can. Good. Get out of here. I already have a copy of you. Be gone. Alright, where are the villagers? We've gotten rid of all the humans. All that's left are the wind sprites and the weird dogs. This is more people than what we saw taken. Don't worry, I got you!
Listen to me, all of you. We have dealt with the Imperials for now, but you must flee this place quickly.
Dealt with them? Oh no. You didn't kill them, did you?
Are you mad? There's no escaping the Empire. Running will only make it worse.
Oh, hi, Alice SBA. How are you doing?
To stay is to die. You know this to be true. Even if you lack the will to fight, surely you have the will to live! Or has that, too, been beaten out of you? Is this what has become of Doma?
Come on, kid. Come on. Come on!
You're Lord Hien's retainer, trained to fight without fear and obey without question. Well, we're not. We're lost and afraid. We hate this, all of this, but we can't do a damn thing to change it. And trying will only make it worse. It's a pathetic existence, but it's all we got. And when people like you come here pretending it can be different, it doesn't help, all right?
Peace, boy. Peace. She came to help, and for that we should be grateful.
Elder, your face.
We all have scars. Some too many to bear. Too many battles. Too much lost, our friends, our family, even our liege. We who survived are forced to bend the knee, to sell our souls and surrender our dignity. How are we to lift our heads when this shame weighs so heavily upon us? Your courage, your resolve, they are as salt in our wounds.
If they only knew what you would do for them, my lord. You have made your plight clear, and I shall impose my will no more. But know this, brothers and sisters of Doma. For all you have suffered, for all the horror and the ignominy, you are still here. You are still alive. My lord prays you value your life as highly as he does. As for me, I swear by all the Kami in creation that I will free you from this torment, no matter the cost.
If the Imperials come for me, I will tell them we were tricked by an Ori woman.
Tell them whatever you must to keep your loved ones safe.
go be free.
Why would you... After everything?
Because we're here to help. This isn't a way to live. We'll bear all the responsibility if we must. That was not really the time for victory music, game, but thank you. Daughter of the Deep. Eugedes is at a loss for words. Apologies, Prinlona. I was lost in thought. Mayhap they have the right of it. Mayhap we are fools for urging them to rise once more. Yet I believe, I have to believe, that in their heart of hearts, they still... Now is not the time. We must finish what we started. I have in my possession a powerful medicine that befuddles the mind and memories. We must administer it to the soldiers ere they wake. The medicine will leave the soldiers confused and unable to clearly recall the recent events. They will suspect that they fell asleep at their posts and be reluctant to discuss it with the others. It is not more than a temporary measure, but we dare not kill them for the sake of the villagers. Tend to the last two I put to sleep. I shall see to the others. Rush to find the victory in Blur, but it's not there. Ah. I mean, I know I don't have it picked, but I think I have the setting turned on where if you use bits, you can pick anything, but I don't.
Right, boys. Mondo Cool.
The Mondo Cool is there for sure. You figure out how to define the non-stream ones, so that will have to do it. That's all good. I mean, let's see, what else is there? Pokemon Evolution is kind of close to a victory jingle. That's basically a victory jingle. Just a few more years, snort. Yeah, okay, dude. But yeah, maybe I should try to find the Final Fantasy fanfare and add that to the blurbs. That could be fun. Eugedes medicine. The contents of this pouch are a mystery, but you may be assured of their efficacy in befuddling the mind and the memories of the hapless Imperial soldiers. There is one blurb I want to add really badly, but like I feel like I should play the game it comes from first before I add it. And it's from Sonic Adventure 2. Knuckles has a voice line. I think that plays when he dies, or like you fall into a pit or something, where it's just him going like, "Oh no," and like the flattest like "Oh no" ever, and it's really funny to me. And I'm like, you guys could probably get a lot of mileage out of that. But again, I feel like I should play Sonic Adventure 2 before I add that. And playing Sonic games scare me, not because of anything, but because of the YouTube and having to beat off all the people that are trying to claim my video as theirs. And I'm just like, shut up, you don't own the music, go away. I will beat you up with sticks, go, leave. I mean, I'm already having to do it for this playthrough because anytime you do anything Square Enix on YouTube, this entity called Latin Autor is going to be like, I made this, and you have to be like, no, you fucking didn't, go away. I don't want to go home. There we go. YouTube is a curse, I swear. It's not great. It's not great. I mean, I know I've ranted about the ones that happened when I was playing like Metal Gear Solid 2, like the ending bit when like AI kernel is like going insane. Somebody had like used that audio in like a remix, and I was just like, no, your song isn't in my video, fuck off. Or again, the most egregious one was again one of the Sonic ones, but it was somebody who like sampled a Sonic song in like one of their like remixes or songs or something, and I did the thing to be like, your song isn't in my thing. I play the original song, and normally when I like do the dispute, I have to wait the full 30 days and then I win automatically. Sometimes the people are actually nice and will like accept the dispute before the 30 days run out, and I'm just like, hell yeah. Whoever sampled the Sonic song denied my dispute and was just like, no, my song is in your video. And when that happens, you are allowed to dispute that again, where they then have a week to respond to it, and if they still deny, apparently the next step is like an actual like legal battle. I did that. I was just like, I'm calling your bluff, fucker. You don't own the original song. I have the original song in my video. Go away. And then yeah, within a couple days the dispute got accepted and I got the claim off of it. I was just like, fuck you. Go away. What did you think was going to happen, bud? You don't even make money off my videos, dude. Nobody makes money off my videos, least of all me. I'm too small. What is the point?
Forgive me for making you search. It calms me, the sound. It helps me to remember the sway of the ocean when I close my eyes. Despite the many great and noble things I said, in truth I am not of Doma. I was born beneath the waves of the Ruby Sea.
Yugiri, I know you're trying to be super dramatic with this reveal. We know. We met your parents, they say hi, they miss you.
To think that you were there, that you even spoke with my mother and father.
They're really helpful, actually.
They are in good health, then. The knowledge is of great comfort to me. That I might have the strength to protect my home from the Empire, I left to learn the secrets of the shinobi. Day and night we trained, ever striving to exceed our mental and physical limits. After a time, my skills were recognized, and I was dispatched to assist the Doman Liberation Front. It was then that I met Lord Cayenne and his son, and their loyal samurai, Gosetsu. Good men all, brave and true, so clear their eyes, so pure their purpose. Any shinobi would have been proud to serve them and Doma. But in the end, I will always be of the sea. Every day, I pray for my home and for the people I left behind, that they might be spared the wages of war and live in peace, untouched by this madness. I confessed this to Lord Hien once. Do you know what he said to me? He said, "Good. We are better for the conviction of our allies, and draw inspiration from their example. What is weak alone may together grow stronger." Never did I lose faith in them. Even when all was lost and I led our people to Eorzea, I clung to the belief that our dream would one day be realized. But when I gazed into those eyes bereft of hope, when those broken men balked at liberty, the dream was shattered.
What would Frelona say? If anything, because I do appreciate there's the option for silence here. It will not always be so.
So I pray, and thus do I labor to see a new day dawn, regardless of my misgivings. When all is said and done, we can but carry on, together.
Hi, hello.
An Imperial airship.
We should probably leave.
It is bound for Doma Castle. Quickly, we must rejoin the others.
You know what? I'll teleport to Namai. The faster way. And then don't mind me. Don't mind me. I'm leaving. You don't see me. I was never here. It is so fun how, as long as you're not in combat, fall damage can't kill you. Of course, fall damage only exists in the overworld. If you're actually in like a dungeon or something and the dungeon makes you do like a big drop, there's no fall damage there. They're smart. Come, we must tell the others of this airship or hear what they know of it. Well, everybody's in a frenzy.
There you are. What happened? Are the villagers all right?
We freed them, along with many others. Gosetsu, we spied an airship bound for the castle. Know you aught of it?
Aye, that we do. The Crown Prince is come to Doma.
Oh boy. Xenos is here.
I suspect this is a result of recent events in Gyr Urbania. Our defeat notwithstanding, there appears to be some concern in Garlemald that subversive elements may be rallying in other provinces. Though Yotsuyu governs Doma, Xenos remains the province's anointed viceroy, and it would seem he has come to assess the current situation in person.
If Xenos is here, we must seize this opportunity and kill him.
Would that it were so simple, Lady Yugiri. You may recall that we encountered Xenos at Rolga's Reach. We have seen firsthand what he can do. His power defies explanation. He faced the Alliance, the Resistance, and the Scions, and he defeated us all.
Thanks for the reminder. But we're a little stronger now.
He survived and learned from the experience, it is true. But if we are to defeat him, it will not be through simple opportunism. We will require a flawless plan.
But that is true.
We know his strengths. A prodigious swordsman trained from childhood by the finest Imperial tutors, reputed to be without equal on the battlefield, which is why we must not meet him there. Nay, we keep to the shadows, the domain of the shinobi, and thence we strike. You need only give me the chance.
Were this but a matter of personal revenge, I would not presume to bar your path, for I myself crave that same vengeance. But to draw steel against the Emperor's son is a grave decision, and one that will shape our nation's future. Do not forget Lord Hien's words.
What, that we should sheathe our swords if the people lack the will to fight? I will not squander this opportunity. If we do naught, our master's life is forfeit.
Even should you succeed, Xenos' death will not win Doma her freedom. More likely, her doom.
Yeah, killing Xenos kind of does need to be the final blow. Because if we do it too early, then presumably the Emperor would get super pissed that we killed his son and then send everything to Doma.
Can we defend our people against the Empire's retribution? We few against a legion? Do not be a fool, child.
Mayhap I am a fool with foolish dreams of a future that will never be. But I cannot, I will not forsake them!
Yugiri, wait!
What now?
One of us should probably follow her. Just in case. Thank you, victory music. Let's say at least fucked off real quick. Path of no return. All warriors must choose their own path, as Gosetsu well knows. I will not pursue her. It is for her to think on our master's words and recognize the futility of her course. Those, at least, are my thoughts upon the matter. Yours may be different. Should you wish to give chase, I will not bar your path. We each have but one life, and it is not to be spent recklessly in pursuit of her goals. I pray she realizes this soon. Yugiri? Yugiri? She's apparently over in the Mai. It may be stupid and reckless, but if she's gonna do it anyway, then maybe... Yeah, that's kind of my thought. Of like, if she's gonna do this and we can't stop her, we may as well join her, at least a little bit, to ensure she lives, even if she fails. I thought of her possessed of greater sense than this. Why is she so eager to risk everything with this mad plan? Because of what we saw, I think. Which they didn't see, but eh. Okay, sorry about that. You get it? Wait for me. Listen, Ferlota would agree with Gosetsu, but she also was like, I need Yugiri to live. And therefore I will follow through with this stupid plan. I mean, she definitely understands the urge. Because as I mentioned before, Ferlota is stubborn as hell. She wants to have another fight with Xenos and win as a gunbreaker because, you know, that's how she lost Rolga's Reach. But But she also knows, like, this is not the time for it. I will get my rematch eventually. Okay, good. If I stay quiet, that doesn't get picked up from the mic, which, good. Because, fucking fire alarm's going off for no reason. Did Gosetsu send you to stop me? Nope, I came here of my own volition. Then you came of your own free will. I should be surprised if you agreed with my chosen course. No one else did. But it's not as fanciful as they would have you believe. Scant moments ago, I received that the Crown Prince's itinerary from one of our spies in the castle. It would seem that Xenos has no desire to remain in Doma any longer than necessary. He wishes to inspect the moon gates this very eve. His impatience is to our advantage. He arrived without warning and gave Yotsuyu no time to prepare. The whole castle is in a state of upheaval. To avoid any delay, he has declined a full escort and will be traveling with no more than a handful of soldiers. The Kami could not have blessed us with a more auspicious circumstance. I will kill him, Forlona. I will. Not alone. I know the odds, and I know what he's capable of. And in that open confrontation, I will likely die. Am I safe? Yeah, no, it's just fire alarms going off because low battery or whatever the hell. It's fine. We're good. Like, I don't know how it is in England, but definitely here in America, if a fire alarm randomly goes off, 90% of the time there is no actual fire. It is just the alarm going off because of various stupid reasons. Like, I don't know, maybe England has better, like, fire detectors that are actually accurate and don't do dumb shit like ours do, but yeah. Yeah, microwaving ramen without water. Exactly. Smoke alarm goes off if your hair straighteners are too hot. Oh no. But yeah, you get it. You get it. But if I do not, if I succeed, then countless lives will be saved. Doma, Alamigo, everything will change. One life for that world is a price I would pay 1,000 times over. What is it? Why are you looking at me like that? No, heroic sacrifices. Do you mean to join me? Thank you. Thank you. I cannot well express what this means to me. We have much to discuss, but we can do so on the way. Yuzuka Manor is some distance from here. We must hurry. Stay calm. Nobody knows you were here. No one knows you saw anything. If you heard us from that far away, how the hell? No one knows you overheard two rebels plotting to kill the Crown Prince. Ah, stupid, stupid, stupid. You know how this ends. And they only have themselves to blame. You have to tell them. You have to. Ise? Ise? Ramen was a neighbor in a dorm room, but it was really weird timing because you were watching Revenge of the Nerds and the fire alarm went off in the movie at the same time. Ah! Weird. But yeah, I think I've told the story before, but I remember one time when I was in college, there was like, you know, like a bunch of like California fires happening and stuff. And apparently one had happened in the mountains north of where my college was. And a friend of mine who went to a different college had texted me one day, being like, oh my god, I heard about the fires, I hope you're safe and okay. And I'm there, standing in line, going to, like, the dining hall, and I look up at the sky, and it's a totally normal sky, and I'm just like, what fires? What are you talking about? Closest one to them and get the last to learn about them. That's just how my life goes, though. No, okay, we don't actually go in here proper. We go down here. This is far enough. Let us discuss our plan of attack. The time between the seconds. Yugiri has made her choice, and so have you. She knows his itinerary is as follows. He will depart Doma Castle by ship and approach the moon gates. The Magitech field will be deactivated briefly, allowing his vessel to pass. It will then continue onto these very docks, where he and his entourage will disembark. As you can see, the area is not ideal for an ambush. Wide open, multiple avenues of escape. The manor is better suited to our needs. Let us split up and search for suitable hiding places. Fire alarms would go off at one of the indoor festivals that you go to, but it all sounded like the music, so we carried on dancing for a bit before you were told to evacuate. It was just like, oh, I don't recognize this part of the song, must be a remix. Oh god, that sounds really funny. Hopefully everything was okay, but that's really funny. Surrounded by walls and deserted, this location appears to be ideal for concealment. A lot of sirens and that kind of music. Fucking, oh god, what's Majima's theme in 4? Is that Receive and Bite You? It's whichever one the Yakuza 4 theme is, it has the actual siren in it. Love that version, me too. I think there's a reason why that's the version that gets used when you use his summon in 7. Because I think they realized, hey, this is the best one. This is the best version. New system that started at midnight. Okay, good. Good. Ah, there you are. From the roof, we would have a clear view of the docks. It is settled. We shall lie in wait here until Xenos arrives. As discussed, if all goes to plan, he shall fall with my first blow. If not, then the two of us will have to engage him in open combat. His escort is of no consequence, which means that we will have a 2-to-1 advantage. Nevertheless, he is not to be underestimated. Oh, it's solo duty time. Sometimes the smoke machines will if they're too sensitive. Whoopsies. Well, there remains us to wait. I trust you are ready. Let us proceed.
He comes.
The village is not far, my lord. If it please you, we shall escort you there directly.
Less a province than a graveyard. The rotting husk of a broken nation devoid of proper sport. But as his radiance wishes...
Yes, of course, my lord. And may I say how terribly sorry we are that you had to come so far.
We labored long to sow the seeds of hatred, of fear, to train them as beasts. Now we shall see the harvest. Let there be savage beasts baying for blood, and not hollow-eyed prey cowering in the dark. Or there will be no joy in this hunt.
Is it not like something of a hazard that your hair is loose and near all the spiky bits? Does not get caught all the time. What good guards you have.
Ambush!
Shinobi? And me without my brute.
How weak you are. Is this the sum of your hate?
This is only the beginning. For Lord Kyan! For Doma!
Ah!
Hi, I'm here too. I just glared at him intimidatingly and he just collapsed.
Mayhap I shall test this new blade of yours. Let us hope it is to my liking, lest your misfortunes compound. Then again, I am loath to expend such effort on the unworthy. Come, earn the honor.
Let's go! You don't say, Galvus, you will die by my hand! First you must kill my name. You can't do that, can you not? What are you doing, you fools? There are only two of them!
Yeah!
I was hoping that he would friendly fire. How much longer does he make me wait?
Yeah.
Why the flames? Because they explode.
Yeah.
Well, we're actually doing damage to him this time, but whether that's because we're stronger or because he's just letting himself get hurt here as a test, a little unclear.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a flame on you. That's fine. I suppose you have earned this. This is not a game, you twisted, arrogant bastard!
Leave this to me.
All right.
Yeah? There's the friendly fire. God!
Well done, Beast. You have earned the right to look on the Ano no Habakiri.
Let us put you to the proof.
Okay, my heel. What is this? Bend.
I must fight on. I must.
Run, Beast, run!
Okay, yep, that's about what I was thinking. We are no longer doing damage to him. That was 100% a test. Granted, he had to go super mode this time.
Give me something to remember.
I didn't mean to use super bowline. That's fine. Can you stop putting fucking the flames on you? Why are you just fucking walking at me intimidatingly?
You're better than most, I'll cut you that. But not good enough. This ends now.
Nope. 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 Fuck.
Ah, I remember you. Al Amigo, the champion of the savages.
Look ye where the sun doth rise, see crimson embers darkening skies. Look ye where the sun doth fall, see azure lost amidst the squall.
Thank you, Ariane, for the ominous prophecy.
Oh, how right I was to spare your life. Hear me, hero. Endure. Survive. Live. For the rush of blood. For the time between the seconds. Live. For the sole pleasure left to me in this empty, ephemeral world. Live!
Yeah!
You are not worthy.
Why did you break the villages? I mean, thank you, but what?
Get away from them, you imperial dog!
No, don't. You must flee.
We're not going anywhere, do you hear me? We're not running away! What you're doing is stupid and reckless, and I never wanted any part of it, but here we are! I've spent my whole life hating myself. For every time they made me beg, for every time I held my tongue to protect the people I love. And then you came along and reminded me of all the things I never said and never did, and it was even worse. I would have given anything to forget, to walk away, but I knew I'd never be able to live with the guilt. So we came. All of us! For you! For ourselves! For Doma!
Death is death, regardless of the reason. Yet you seem determined to die, intruding upon this sacred ground, having weapons you can scarcely wield upon me. Your lives will not even begin to redress the balance.
How wrong you are!
Hey, thanks for the heal.
Go, now! Gusetsu, see to Yugiri.
Hey!
I can't see a damn thing. Someone stop them! My lord?
Hi, hello. It's all right. Here, have some water. Tis not that we'll not heal with time. I don't think we were followed. Gods, I have no idea what was going through that man's head, but I'm heartily glad he decided to leave. Oh, no, don't think us. Think Alphino. He's at the House of the Fierce, patiently awaiting your gratitude. Oh, you should have seen the way he turned pale when he heard about Yugiri's plan, and how you, of all people, decided to help her. He was in such a panic, barking orders, calling for a squadron to be assembled. As were you. I was rather well composed, as I recall, though that is neither here nor there. The twins were worried. All the little angels. He says beside himself with emotion. Actually, wait, hang on. Do you have anything to say? Right, everyone ready? Can you believe it? We faced down the Crown Prince himself and lived to tell the tale. You have no idea what this means for us. Everyone is talking about getting more weapons and armor and we're not going to stop until we've taken back our homeland. Right, getting a bit ahead of ourselves, aren't we? We've got wounded to tend to first. We should get back to the village. Hope has been reignited! I can manage on my own. The people have hope! It is a miracle! They yearn to fight! They yearn for freedom! And to think all it took was them foolishly taking on the Crown Prince with one archer and a bunch of farming tools. Because that's literally all they had. How are you feeling? After fighting that demon, I can only imagine. I suppose I ought to apologize to you for, you know. Anyway, thank you for not giving up on us. The shinobi, too.
How are you feeling, my lady?
Much the better for my comrades' ministrations and your most generous hospitality. You need not worry.
Good. If there is anything else we can do for the two of you, anything at all, just ask.
Thank you.
Stare any harder and you're like to burn a hole in them. Go and say your piece, for goodness sake.
I've got nothing more to say to them. I'm going to find out how the others are getting on.
Yeah, okay, bye.
Gosetsu, Mistress Alize, I owe you an apology. I acted with reckless disregard for my own safety, and endangered I know not how many others in so doing. Scorning your wise counsel, I knowingly defied our master's wishes, and left you no choice but to follow suit.
Nonsense. I followed our master's wishes to the letter. Consider once more his words, and the intent therein. In offering his head, he but sought to shield his people from harm, loyal retainers included. You must value your life more highly, Shadow Walker.
On the other hand, your recklessness did serve as an inspiration to many. Mayhap you should not be so hard on yourself.
Yeah, we turned the village around. We gave them hope.
In any event, if you must apologize profusely, it seems only right that you expend as much effort thanking the one person who supported your plan from the first.
Hi, we could be a little stupid for fun, as a treat.
Does. There are no words which will suffice. But thank you.
And there they are!
Hey, you two. Alphina, how the hell did you get here?
12 be praised. When I learned of your rather questionable plot to assassinate Xenos, I feared we would need to recruit a new Primal Slayer.
I'm sorry we couldn't be there. Alize made me swear to stay behind no matter what. I think she was worried I'd hurl myself at Xenos the moment I set eyes on him.
What?
Why do you look so sad about getting caught about carrying?
You'll forgive me for changing the subject, but now would seem a good time to discuss where we go from here. Though the Empire has yet to retaliate, the fact remains that we have revealed our presence and signaled our intentions in so doing. It is only a matter of time before the Imperials move against us. Given that we lack the strength to oppose them, 'tis plain some manner of brilliant stratagem is required. Therefore, I yield the floor to the preeminent tactician of our time, with whom I was privileged to share a room.
That's one way to put it. Thank you, Alice.
If you insist. While in Kagane, we debated a number of approaches and were eventually forced to concede that we cannot look to the Alliance for aid. Even were it possible to ferry sufficient forces and materiel from Eorzea in a timely manner, such a massive undertaking would not long escape the attention of the Empire. It would be a miracle if our ships reached the shore. Fortunately, according to Tataru and Hancock's intelligence, the Empire has withdrawn most of its forces from Doma in the past year, leaving her relatively unguarded. That being the case, a popular uprising, spearheaded by the full might of the Doman Liberation Front, may feasibly be sufficient to threaten the seat of provincial government, namely Doma Castle. 'Twould be rather easier said than done, of course, but I have seen worse plans prevail.
Then we must needs meet with Lord Hien and convince him to return, for there is no surer way to inspire our people to rise up as one.
Yeah.
He desired proof of his subjects' conviction, and they have provided it, through no less a deed than openly opposing Xenos himself.
It will work. It has to work. And next time, we will defeat him.
Third time's the charm and all that. with your comrades. Don't mind if I do. I'll be traveling to the Azine Steppe from Luna. I found Lord Hien once before, and I am confident I can do so again. Moreover, it was me whom he put the question of Doma's resolve. I feel it my duty to deliver him our people's reply. Does it make sense? Make sense? Our countrymen's deeds speak for themselves. Lord Hien cannot deny the truth of their hearts. Too long has it been since I looked on his face. It would be of great comfort to see him again, and no small comfort if you were to join us in the search, I should add. Of course we will. I wonder what kind of man Hien is. From what I heard, he's about the same age as me, and then there's Perdola, who isn't a whole lot younger than us both. Like her, he was born and raised in an imperial province. This is all he's ever known, but unlike her, he chose to do something about it. I want to meet him. I want to know why. Maybe if I understand that, it'll help me understand a lot of other things. Makes sense, makes sense. Ah, they're the twins. In the meantime, how shall I occupy myself? The beloved king returning to his countrymen to rise up in the rebellion. Not a story you'd ever hear in Charlene or Oda, is it? Not in those words, perhaps, but no land's people is so clinically to be wholly immune to inspiration. Singular individuals have the power to move hearts and minds no matter where they go. Doubtless you speak from personal experience. Hi, hello. I am the inspiration of which you speak. As much as this Lord Hien intrigues us, Fernlona, there are vital tasks to be attended to here. Preparations for the inevitable assault on Doma Castle, for one. There's also the matter of coordinating our efforts with the Confederacy and our comrades in Kugane, dealing with this troublesome Aetheryte. I could go on, but you understand. As I said before, we've had a million things to do here. Much as Alphino and I would love to join the search, we cannot. Right, brother? Aye, so it goes. We all have our responsibilities. We shall depart for the Azine Steppe at once. You will be joining us, Fernlona. Of course. For all part, we shall do what we can to aid the Doman Liberation Front in your absence. We will refrain from conducting any large-scale operations in your absence, and instead devote our energies to bolstering our ranks and training our new recruits. When you return, we will be ready for war. If anything happens, if you need us to come back sooner, you better contact us. Noble sacrifice is our last resort, remember? Follow me, my friends. We have many malms to travel before we reach reunion. Wait, don't leave yet! Here, take these for the road. It's a simple fare, but it's the least we can do for you, after what you did for us. It may be stupid and naive of me to say this, but I will. When you come back, we'll finish what we started. We'll beat the Imperials, and we'll win our freedom. So, don't keep us waiting too long. Of course not. Except for the fact that if I remember correctly, unless there's no cutscene here. Nope, there's a cutscene, never mind, hang on. Meanwhile, in the Keep of Doma Castle.
I would expect no less of Bahamut's conqueror. Prepare the airship. His Radiance will not object. We have fulfilled our obligations here. I would see this prize for myself.
Hey! Hey!
Do you understand why I appointed you to act in my stead? You, whose only accomplishment was to whisper the right words in the right ear. Because of your petty hatreds, they render you the perfect instrument to bleed your kinsman of hope, to make an example of Doma, such as was ordered. Listen well. If you yield Doma to the rebels, you will not be given another chance to beg forgiveness. Do your duty now, or die with the rest of them.
Oh, are you all right, my lady? That was uncalled for. Oh!
Get his ass!
They say your Eorzean is helping the rebels. I want her dead. I want her friends dead. I want the heads of everyone she knows and loves mounted on the castle walls.
Could you maybe not?
You mean I can finally go after her? I've been waiting for this chance. I promise you, my lady, she won't escape this time. Not this time, oh no.
As I mentioned before, I love that Eugenes VA knows how to go from like 0 to 100 in anger, like on the dime. Meanwhile, in the fringes of Garabania. Paul. Hey man, what's up?
Aye. This is the place.
Oh wait, yeah, this is the first time we've seen him like this.
When his shade was banished, you swore to leave this life behind. And yet here you are.
His voice may be familiar to anybody who watched the Heavensward segments. Hi, Astidian! Haven't seen you in a hot minute.
If this be the work of the eyes, what choice do you have but to end it? Or so the boy would say. Damn you, Alphino.
But yeah, this is why I was making the jokes of like, well, actually, when they're like, all right, we won't keep you waiting, let's head to the Azim Step. We have completed part 1 of New Game Plus. And so, before we move into part 2, and especially as we have that little thing with Astinian, I would like to do a very quick, I say very quick, I actually have no idea how long it'll take, detour. Did I not fucking save? Am I stupid? Can I have my outfit? Good, thank you. Okay, there we go. We will do a little aside to do the Dragoon job quests. Because Astinian is here. We will not finish it entirely because I know the Dragoon quest will take us to the Azim Step, and I don't want to do that part until we actually get to the main part in story. So depending on how long this takes, if I get to the point where these quests take us to the Azim Steppe, that is probably going to be where I end stream instead. Because then what I'm going to do is I'm going to record the rest of the Dragoon job quests so that we can then watch them freely after we get to the Azim Steppe. Because the problem is that you're only allowed to have one New Game Plus file at a time, which is a limitation that is the bane of my existence for this playthrough. There are so many things that I wish I could just have multiple save slots for, but I can't. So, let's go do some dragooning. Where the hell do we need to go? We need to go over here. Alright, we need to go south. Doot. Alright, hi Alberic, it's been a hot second. Friends through eternity. Sir Alberic is pondering the flow of time. Ah, Verlona, word of Vestinius' disappearance from the infirmary has reached mine ears. While part of me is quite capable in sympathizing with his desire to abandon the Holy See, I do wish he had said something ere his departure. But then, I suppose it's only to be expected. With Nidhogg slain, the Horde's ranks have fallen into disarray. MDS, we have been spotted music. Yeah, a little bit. A tiny bit. God, I cannot wait for Volume 2 of the, Master Collection to come out and for, MGS4 to be free from the PS3. I cannot wait. Yeah, with Nidhogg slain, the Horde's ranks have fallen into disarray, and they are not the threat they once were. Ishgard has scant need of an Azure Dragoon. Suffice it to say, one would imagine the role of Dragoon shall similarly be forced to change as we enter this new era of relative peace. Free everything from the PS3 prison, please. Exactly! You get it! You get it! There's enough PS3 games that are still stuck on the PS3 that I have my setup in such a way that I can stream PS3 games. That's how we did Dead Souls and, other things. However, whilst you may have saved Destinia from the Great Worm, my mind is yet plagued by Justinian's internal strife. I'll only lend her the strength needed to shake free from the dragon's blood's fierce grip. Oh, you're looking quite well, Sir Alberic. And Mistress Verlona, it is a pleasure to see you too. Lord Montergains. Verlona and I were just speaking of your daughter. Well, that daughter of mine is in fact why I have sought you out. I was recently handed a letter by a merchant that had passed through the Chocobo Forest. If his word is to be believed, he was entrusted with this message by Justine herself. The letter was a call for help. Mistress Verlona, she bade you search for her. By the Fury, has she been set upon by heretics once more? Alas, there was no more information in her message. Oh, not a day goes by that I do not pray for her safe return. Verlona, I may ask that you take up your lance once more to aid your fellow Dragoon. Are you willing? Yeah, she was supposed to be my apprentice for how well that turned out. Thank you, Mistress Verlona. Justine awaits you in the Dravanian Forelands. Please, help her with whatever she requests. Don't mind if I do. I guess Annick's trying to closer. I also still need to check out MGS3 Delta. I haven't done that yet. Apparently it was decent enough. I haven't heard anything, like, super bad about it, so I'm going to assume, as far as a remake goes, pretty good. You're pretty good and all that. Alright, where are you, girl? I am here. Fernlona! So the letter reached my father. I am sorry for having you journey so far just to meet me. As you well know, I cannot return to Ishgard in my current condition. I mean, Ishgard's under new rule now? You may be able to return soon as Amor can get some policies, like, good. That said, the Blood's hold on me is not as firm as it once was. This is largely thanks to a new ally of mine, whose help has been invaluable in learning to control the dragon within. In fact, I have a mind to introduce you to him. Orin Kai, Fernlona's arrived. It's an honor to meet you, hero of men. Much of I had heard from you from my father. He would often talk of the warrior that boasts the strength of a dragon. Orin Kai has been a great friend ever since he first came across me suffering from the Blood's effects. I very much doubt I would be capable of standing here exchanging words with you if not for his help. I called you here in order to repay my debt to him. Orin Kai, tell Fernlona what troubles you. Yes, thank you. Long before I came into this world, in the age when man and dragon were at peace, my father had a consort. But the Dragon Song War tore them asunder. Father belonged to his Welger's brood, as do I, but his consort was part of Nidhogg's. When Nidhogg demanded vengeance for the wrongs committed against him in Ratatoskr, Father asked his consort to fly far to the east. She bore no ill towards man, and while she wanted nothing more than to stay by Father's side, she accepted his request and fled the conflict. However, your valiant actions have since put an end to the Dragon Song War. I am positive that Father's consort will return if we inform her of the war's conclusion. Orin Kai requires your aid to search for his father's consort and bring her back home. However, as she left Dravania some 1,000 summers past, locating her shall be far from an easy task. What, just like a 1,000-year-long missing case? We can solve that. Maybe, probably. I believe. Under normal circumstances, I would help Orin Kai myself, but while I am somewhat recovered, I am yet from being in complete control. That is why I summoned you, Fernlona. Your knowledge of the realm is unparalleled. I beg you, aid Orin Kai in his search. You got it. You have my sincerest thanks, Fernlona. Thank you, Fernlona. I owe you a great debt of gratitude once more. Regrettably, whilst we know she is somewhere to the east, we are entirely ignorant as to the consort's precise whereabouts. I would suggest you first try asking Sir Alberic at the Dravanian legends, specifically those concerning dragons in the east. Pray report back to me once you have learned something that you deem pertinent. And as such, our fetch quest begins. I'll see you guys in a bit. God, I wish there was a Aetherite down at Dragonhead and the Observatorium. I wish. Alright, you. Glad to see you safely returned. Were you able to locate Hustine? I see. She's correct to surmise that the formidable dragons are often made subject of local legend. I shall discuss this with the congregation priest. I have known him to be quite an authority on Dravanian legends. Though to think that a dragoon once gripped by the sole desire to slay dragons would now wish to help one. 'Tis a queer new world indeed without we inhabit, and though not one that I dislike. Hell yeah, it'd be queer, alright. But that matters not. I shall seek out the priest at once and raise a query with him. Pray return anon, and I shall impart my findings unto you. sea dragons. Alberic seems keen to regale you with Dravanian legends. For Lona, just the woman I wish to see. We finished examining the Dravanian legends known to us but a short while ago. That was fast. I haven't moved. However, the priest made it clear to you that these kinds of legends are often told in increasingly colorful ways as the years go on. It is quite common it is for mere scale skin to, or puck to, with the keeper's help, transform into a fearsome dragon. I suppose it should come as little surprise. Legends gain fame by capturing the imagination of the masses. It would not do for an unadored winged lizard to be the protagonist. Hey, Demon Queen, welcome, welcome. But let us put the issue of authenticity to one side for the moment. I have summarized the first tale in which which seemed most relevant on this piece of parchment. Pray use it in your search. Oh, and lastly, tell Justine that she is ever in my thoughts. You got it, sir. And back we go. No, we're not allowed to be happy. But please. Like, I mean, could you imagine Dead Souls, even without getting any further, like, touch or improvement, how much better it would run if it could leave the PS3? And you wouldn't have to have severe slowdown the moment there's, like, a singular fire zombie with a Molotov? Of which there are many of, late game. Could you imagine? Father often remarked that you would have made a fine Dravanian. I guess I should be honored? But that parchment happened to be for mine eyes. Which is also a funny thing because between being a dragoon and then therefore being like marked by Nidhogg's eye, at least a little bit, clearly not to the same extent as Estinian did, and also being a summoner and like being able to summon Bahamut and like doing the whole like coils of Bahamut and all that, I imagine Ferlona's Aether is like weirdly very draconic in nature, at least at like a glance, like surface level. Piece of parchment that details a legend Sir Elberic deemed pertinent to your search. Yes, I shall never forget Sir Elberic's exquisite handwriting. This information ought to be of great use, I am sure. Let us see. It seems that he thinks that we ought to commence our search within the with the slumbering worm of Garabania. And there's one problem. People would like it, and we can't meet people's expectations ever. It's not allowed. Also have a bone to pick with Sony right now, so honestly, fuck them all. You know what? Fair. Fair point. I need to get more sleep. I'll be able to sleep in tomorrow on my birthday. That's pretty good, though. This is my first time seeing these patterns that men use. Fascinating indeed that you can share information in such a manner. Dravanian history is chronicled not with letters, but through song. These verses have taught me much about Phonium, my father's concert. Phonium, you say? Well, knowing her name can only aid the search. Ferlona, play accompany Ornkai to the ruins of the Fist of Ralgr Temple in the Fringes. So Alberic states that this is where the origins of the slumbering worm lie. The journey ahead is long, and it will benefit us to not delay our departure any longer. Whistle for me when you have reached our destination, and I shall come to your side. Birthday's tomorrow? That's the same day as your mom? Hell yeah! And then your birthday's the day afterwards. Nice! Yeah, I will be turning 29 tomorrow on the 8th. Because, you know, time zones. My birthday is May 8th. So yeah, if your mom's birthday is also the 8th and yours is the 9th, hell fucking yeah, happy early birthday to both you and your mom. I'm excited. We will be having sushi as my dinner for my birthday. And instead of a cake, we'll be having a bunch of donuts. because I wanted donuts. Yeah, happy birthday to everyone. Pigs will fly before you get to eat sushi for your birthday. Ah. Unfortunate. Unless you don't like sushi, in which case, good for you, I guess. But if you do like sushi, and therefore that is something you're being deprived of, unfortunate. All right. Temple time. It would seem that man is capable of using lots of styles when creating buildings. I've been expecting something similar to those found in the churning mists. Let us venture inside and see if Fanim cannot be found. I mean, depending on how big she is, I doubt she's in there, but you know. Happy you get it, though. No, you do like your problems and no one else does, so you eat. Okay, I see. You eat homemade pizza, though? Hell yeah, that sounds pretty good. Fernanda! You've left for like 2 seconds. What happened? Your help, if you please. All right. Good. There you go, Ornkai. It's funny too because I want to say in high school I had a friend whose birthday was the 7th, like today. And then yeah, in college I had another friend whose birthday was the 9th, and I was just like, why? What is happening? What's 9 months before May? I've been admiring the craftsmanship of man when it suddenly moved towards me, though I struggle to believe that this is what the legends refer to as the slumbering worm. Oh, dear Finlona, I did not know you too were researching the slumbering worm. Wait, you know the slumbering worm? We have journeyed here for the very purpose of meeting that dragon. Baby making season? I thought that was in February. But yeah, this guy shows familiarity with us because I want to say, if I remember correctly, he's involved with the monk job quests. And so yeah, because Frelona has done all those, he recognizes us. 9 months to the day for your birthday is Xmas, which is also your mom's birthday. I see. Wonder what happened then. Your Javanians could do with studying up on your history. The time when one could meet the worm has long since passed. The High Priest of High Mart, also known as the Slumbering Worm, departed this world over 300 years ago. The Slumbering Worm was a mere man? But of course, why would you think otherwise? Hayamart was a monk renowned for his mastery of meditation. Though, when necessary, he was quite capable of harnessing his worm-like strength to trounce his foes. He earned the Slumbering Worm alias after 100 men, however, while asleep. He's just going to keep going. Well, it seems we must begin our search anew. I worry I too may become a slumbering worm should I listen to this tiring man any longer. Let us pay a visit to Sil Elbrick instead. Anyone Hustine holds in such high regard can surely aid our hunt. I mean, sure, but I'm not sure if you should be in, like, an Asgardian town. Okay, bye, dude. You just keep yapping to no one, alright? Yeah, of course you're not going to teleport me to that there. Why would you? Why would you? Let's see. Albrecht, that one was a bust. We need a new one. Give us a new legend. Also, if you see a tiny white dragon named Ornkai, do not attack him. I know you guys are supposed to be in fragile peace with the dragons for the moment, but please don't let instincts kick in. He's a good one. Okay, good. I'm relieved we are not alone in failing to consider the possibility of a non-human submarine worm. Or a non-Dravanian submarine worm. Good morning, Frelona. Our friend here has informed me as to the truth behind the legend. My apologies for not looking deeper into the story before bringing it to your attention. The next destination lies in the Far East. Tell me, Frelona, have you set foot in the region before? We sure have. Port city called Kugane. Sounds positively fascinating. I imagined would be a fine place to begin looking into this next legend. Regrettably, I should not think Ornkai will be able to accompany you on this journey. But how will you expect to fight Fanim without a dragon in tow? Your plight is well understood, Ornkai. It is truly a shame that your wings do not match your ambition. Though, mayhap I have not fully considered all options available to us. We do owe you a great debt for all you have done to Hustine. Allow me some time, and I shall see to it that you're able to follow Fernona to the Far East. Give my thanks, Sir Albrecht. Oh, how I wish I could set off this very moment. Perhaps a spot of hunting would be enough to calm me down. Pray, call me when preparations are complete. Oh, they'll be complete in like seconds. At the very least, we now know that Hustine would not have wanted for passage since, wanted for company since leaving Ishgard. Sadly, I may struggle to secure a passage to the east in quite the timely manner as he would like. Pray keep your lance arm honed. There is no knowing just what you will face in Authord. I mean, I kind of know what's there. Kind of. Serpent in the Sea of Rubies. Sir Albrecht plans to try his hand at dragon smuggling. Frelona, it pleases me to tell you that I have at last discovered a means to have our young friend safely transported to Kugane. I have reached an agreement with the owner of an establishment in the area. I believe its name was the Bokaisen Hot Springs. Converse with him once you have arrived at Kugane, and he shall tell you of Ornkai's whereabouts. I took the liberty of making the little one aware of a few local legends. Hopefully, they shall aid you in your search for Falneem. And to Fantasy Japan we go! I know, we'll walk. I like Kugane. Kugane fun. Oh hey, somebody managed to do the platforming challenge. Good for you. But yeah, here's the hot springs again. Or at least, you know, they're over there. The inn that runs them is over here. Come on, burns, cuts, embarrassing rashes. There is not that the mystical waters of the Bokaisen hot springs cannot heal. Hi, hello, I'm looking for a small dragon. Oh, you say your name is Frelona with Falquin? Why, a package just arrived for you. I shall fetch it right this instant. Someone, anyone, release me from this icy prison. What was that blasted dragoon thinking? It's all well and good for him to tell me to simply sleep through the journey. He's not the one stuffed in a crate full of ice crystals. Oh, and the boat, how it rocked. Admittedly, he is right in thinking dragons capable of entering along sleep like steak, but we're not bears. We do not require freezing cold temperatures to achieve this. My fangs are like icicles. That said, I must admit, I enjoyed my best sleep for many a year. Sorry about that? And anyway, now we are both here, we can resume the search for Falnim. Before I was unceremoniously stuffed into that crate, Sir Alberic told me of the legend of Seiryu, a dragon regarded as a guardian of the Far East. Though something tells me that we would not have much luck with this tale either. The story has existed for several thousand years. Falnim only came to these lands a mere millennium ago. Sir Alberic agreed that the story most worthy of our attention was that of the Serpent of the Ruby Sea. This came into much more recently. I suggest you visit Asari and try asking the residents if they know anything that might be of help. Whistle for me once you feel you have found something I should know. So about that, I'm still struggling to believe my eyes. That was a genuine dragon, a more auspicious omen than I could not have wished to see. Alright, then Asari is over here. Way over here. Actually, I can't fly here because I believe, provided you had done all the side quests and found all the Aether Currents, after you complete the mission where you get Gosetsu back, you can fly in this area. And thus we will. Hello, have you seen... What do you know about the Serpent of the Ruby Sea? What does that know? Am I familiar with it? You will struggle to find someone here that is not. Not a day of my childhood has passed by without my grandmother telling me that fairy tale. These days, hearing the opening line of it alone puts me to sleep in an instant. All children that dare swim out to the deep blue sea are sure to become the sea serpent's tea. No, I nearly fell asleep right there. I imagine that is all anyone my age will be able to tell you. Try asking the elderly woman over there if you want to know more. Thank you. Which old woman? That old woman, the wise old woman. You would have me tell you the fairy tale of the Serpent of the Ruby Sea. Oh, dear child, that is no mere fairy tale. Head on over to the Coral Banquet if you do not believe me. You shall find horror beyond your wildest nightmares. Its nose misses nothing, especially not the blood of men. There is many a tale of wounded pirates falling overboard and being swallowed alive before they could plant a hand on the ship they fell from. The what? The who? Where am I going? Well, Ornkai, I have a lead, maybe? Does it seem like the serpent could be Falnim? Maybe? Do we have any more descriptions on what Falnim is like? Well, it is true we dragons do hunt by following our prey's scent. I have not known our kind to swallow men whole. The idea strikes me as awfully barbaric. While I doubt this will lead us to Falnim, my curiosity has been piqued and I cannot simply leave this mystery unsolved. It is also a brilliant excuse for me to engage in a bit of hunting. We cannot hope to draw out the beast without bait after all. Head to the Coral Banquet and I shall join you shortly. Oh my god, why are you... Why is it over there? Why is it across the map? God, it's so far away. Boop, boop, boop. All right, I'm a-going. Why did I stop the next quest or the one after? Okay, I do need to stop before the next one anyway. Okay, I see. Oof, must have waited a bit. Yeah, no worries. I'm probably not going to go for too much longer because, as I mentioned, due to the nature of this quest going into the Azim Steppe, I'm going to stop this quest line before I enter there so that I can then record it on my own time. And because there's only one new game plus save slot, I can't really do much else until I finish it. So, yeah, today's going to be a shorter stream. But yeah, enjoy the rest of the day. Happy birthday for tomorrow. Yeah. Thank you for the well wishes. And thank you for the gifts. I will probably shout a thank you after I open it proper tomorrow. I never imagined you were this slow, Fernona. I've already hunted the beast that will doubtless lure out the serpent, and I still arrived here long before you. I shall go ahead and herald the bloody meeting to see. Pray, deal with any hungry creatures that are drawn to us. Hi, hello, you are very big and large. Go away. Thank you. Hopefully other bits arrive soon. Yeah. But yeah, no worries if they arrive late. Don't worry. I don't care when things arrive late. It just means, hey, I have more birthdays. Technically. Oh yeah, go get the good sleeps. What they said, shut up. Well, I do not know about you, but that was somewhat bigger than I was expecting. We may have failed to find Fawny, but in her place we have gained a delicious supper. Now that we have the serpent's meat, let us head back to Bokaisen Hot Springs. The last one there back has to prepare dinner. Yeah, so this is actually going to be basically where I call it. Because as I said, I've kind of worked myself into a hole here. Unless I did, like, the platforming challenge. Tried to, anyway. But it's okay. All right, Onkai. Oh, Felena, good to see you return at last. I must confess, I was unable to resist the meat's seductive call, and before I knew it, I had devoured the vast majority of our spoils. Please do help yourself to whatever is left. I've stored the leftovers in the crate I was sent here in. Pay no attention to anything that may resemble teeth marks. Those are indentations created by the ice. Oh, anyone can see through that lie. I'm sorry, Felona. I do hope my grade has not upset you too much. Why don't you leave me any good morsels? Calm yourself, Felona. Many would count themselves lucky to even have the chance to nibble on the meat of such a magnificent beast. Regardless, meat is far from our primary concern at the moment. I'm beginning to wonder if the day we find Fawny will never come. But I must not allow myself to lose heart so easily. There's still plenty of legends for us to look into. Hope is far from lost. Pray, continue to grant me your support, Felona. I will, and we will return maybe next week? Probably next week. Because, yeah, this next bit, I believe, takes us to the Azim Steppe? which we cannot do yet. Yeah. This next one takes us to the Azim Step, which we haven't seen in main story yet, so I cannot do it just yet. Because, yeah, that's one thing that kind of is a little annoying whenever... Well, they stopped doing job quests, really, after, like, this with Stormblood, but in Heaven's Word and Stormblood, it is kind of annoying how, like, some job quests you can kind of just do as soon as you unlock them. Like, as soon as you get the Heaven's Word, you can do, like, the entirety of the, Scholar job quest line, I believe. But, for example, Summoner, you needed to wait until you had access to fucking Fly, in the initial area before you could, access it and finish it off. And, like, the same thing's happening here, where I want to say you could, finish the entirety of, like, the Summoner quest line in one go as soon as you get access to Stormblood. But here with Dragoon, we're going to be time-gated, or not time-gated, but, like, main story gated for a bit. I'm gonna scream. I've never even made it to the top of this thing before, because every time I, like, do this thing, it's because I'm, like, waiting for a queue that is, like, taking, like, forever. Right, yes, over here. And so, like, I do this to, like, kind of kill time as I'm waiting to, like, get into a duty of some kind, and then it eventually pops when I'm, like, nearest the top, and then I, like, don't get to the top. But it is why I can do these early bits pretty easily. It's because I've done this beginning part a lot. Shit. Platforming in this game is, like, very weird, because it's not a game that you would think platforming is really built for, and it's not. I'm gonna scream. But there's also just enough precision and control that, like, it kind of works anyway. Because, like, for example, this game has a gold saucer, and there is a mini game in that gold saucer that can happen sometimes, called Leap of Faith. And it's basically just like a platforming challenge. Some maps are easier than others, and even then within a map, there's, like, variations of that map that could happen. We're fine, we're fine. Now! And to the bottom we go. Unfortunate. And yeah, stuff like that happens. I held down forward a fraction too long. But that's fine, we just go again. As I said, I'm pretty good. Where the fuck are you going, Pomona? I'm pretty good at the early bits, but yeah, as soon as I got to that part where I fell off, I'm not used to being up there. Like, that's normally by the time my thing pops. I'm gonna scream, come on. And yeah, this one is, like, the first notable one in the world to have this, like, huge, like, platforming challenge. Starting from Stormblood, though, most hub areas for an expansion, or at least one of the two hub areas, will have some kind of platforming challenge. this way, I believe. Yep. There's also like so in this game you can play as like multiple different races. Like you can be a tall Rogadin like Ferlona is here, but you can also be a tiny Lalafell who are like, you know, like the dwarf people. What race you are has no impact over your platforming abilities. Everybody has the exact same movement. Which is also why, like, especially if you look at like Lalafell animations, like when they sprint, they're doing like long like lunges basically when they run. It's because they need to cover the exact same distance as like Rogadin does with their sprint. And yeah, height also doesn't really, I mean, it does to an extent, but it doesn't really impact like your like height jump and like being like, oh, I need to like squeeze in here. It doesn't super matter. The biggest issue is the fucking invisible walls. They are the bane of my existence. Because, you know, they're invisible walls. How the hell do I know they're there? There's some people that can like do this in like one go, and I'm just like, how? You scare me. Why didn't you move forward, Ferlona? I held the button. Like, see, here's this guy who's gonna just fucking go for it. Look at them go. Climb the tower in the Shadow of the Colossus. I need to play that game. I've been like wanting to, I just haven't done it. Okay, whatever. Whatever. I'll end stream. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. Ah, the guy who did it was that guy. I see. I thought that Catboy looked familiar. But yeah, that will be stream because it is getting fucking hot in this room. If I play 14 on my big rig computer with my like door closed, my room gets so fucking hot. It gets so stupidly hot. I like literally need to like air it out. It's a problem. But yeah, short stream, but that's okay. I kind of worked myself into a hole by accident. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Don't even worry about it. Need an AC just for the PC? Kind of. I mean, I guess in theory I could go grab my Switch too and we can do Tomodachi Life, but no one's really here. Unless doing Tomodachi Life like brings them in, but otherwise, but whatever. Who to raid? Because we're ending early. And therefore people that are not normally available should be available. Except no, there's not. There's no one here. Cool, good. Awesome, no raid. But yeah, thank you all so much for coming and hanging out. Sorry for the early stream. But as I said, I hate the fact that there's only one New Game Plus save slot. I would be so much nicer if I could have even a second. Even just having one more would be so nice. And yet... Square Enix, please, or Creative Unit 3, whoever the hell does this, can you please add a second New Game Plus save slot? I beg of thee. I beg of thee. Yeah, I hope you... Thanks you all for coming and hanging out. I hope you have a good night, a good evening, whatever time it is for you. I hope you take care of yourselves, and I'll see you all on Sunday for some more Pokopia. Bye-bye.